This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What is going on this Throwback Thursday? I am your host, Stephen D, Stephen Daniels. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share. Let people know that we're here. Hey, you can follow me on all social media at Stephen D SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. And make sure you guys do that all weekend long. Let's go. Follow me on Twitter. Trying to build up my Twitter game. Can't do it without your help. So make sure you follow me on all social media at Stephen D SKPL. But make sure you follow me on Twitter. Trying to build up that Twitter game. Let's go. You can follow Miami Sports Music on Twitter as well at MIA Sports Music and at Miami Sports Music on all other platforms. Okay? Make sure you all do that. Hey, on your way in, I told you already, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. As a matter of fact, you're not going to be able to talk unless you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. It helps. Goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. Subscribe. We are at over 9,000. We're about to, I like to think that in the next month, we could be at 10,000 with y'all's help. With y'all's help, we can get to 10,000 subscribers in the next 3 to 5 weeks. So please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And please let other people know to subscribe. Share this YouTube channel. Say, hey, guys, go subscribe. If you know Dolphins friends, ask them if they heard about Clock Blockers. Ask them, hey, have you heard about the #1 Miami fan morning show? Have you heard about this awesome guy named Stephen D who's part of the family? Let people know, okay? Let's go. All right. Also, hey, new YouTube membership. If you want to sign up and become a member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you to become part of the family in my Vin Diesel voice. Because, Fast and Furious is all about family. I would love for you guys to sign up and become part of the family. It's absolutely amazing. There's going to be a lot of perks this year. There are different tiers. Would love for you, if you're already a member, upgrade your package. It helps the channel grow, but more importantly, it gives you an opportunity to become part of an exclusive club here at Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We got a lot of great things going on. And I think you're going to like it. I think that you're going to like it. It's going to be awesome. Hey, you also can help the channel grow by donating. You can donate to the channel and help the channel grow. There's a few different ways that you guys and ladies can do that. The first way you can do it is using the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can use that there, or you guys can use the YouTube super thanks, which we had somebody do yesterday, the first ever YouTube live or the first ever YouTube super thanks, which is on the replay or during the show or after the show. You guys comment, you guys can do a super thanks right there. Okay. So you do a YouTube super thanks. It's absolutely awesome. Those are two ways you can do it. The other two ways you can do it is you can use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network. And I will put the link in the chat here. And you can also, do, PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network. Okay. Make sure you all do that. It's really, 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 really good stuff. All right. So donate to the channel, help the channel grow. It's September 1st. Okay. It's Thursday. I'm not doing a show tomorrow. So let's just pretend today is Spread Kindness Friday. Spread some kindness, help the channel grow. Let's have a huge September 1st day in donations, and let's do it. All right, want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, who are absolutely amazing, each one in their own way. ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports is absolutely amazing. They specialize in sports memorabilia, cards, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports today on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SportsZSM and at ZSM_sports. If you need your sports memorabilia, ZSM Sports is the place to get it. So make sure you all do that today at ZSM Sports. Zachary's absolutely amazing. We love Zachary. So make sure you do that. Big shout out to ZSM Sports and Zach. Also, Hangry Owls. Good food, good mood. Craft subs and salads. Hangry Owls in Pembroke Pines is the place to get the best subs in South Florida. You can go to Hangry Owls in 16606 Sheridan Street in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Give them a call at 305-279-5332. If you use the code word SKPL, okay? If you use the code word SKPL, you can get $3 off your subs. And if it's on Spread Kindness Friday, like tomorrow, you'll get $6 off your subs using the code word SKPL. And let them know, hey, look, where's that Spread Kindness sub? They have a Spread Kindness sub at Hangry Owls. So I love it. Spread Kindness sub. Ask them what it is. It's going to be awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Make sure y'all do that. And last but certainly not least, Tailgreeter. Tailgreeter. Absolutely amazing. Please download the app today on your current Crapple or Android device. Did I say Crapple? I meant Apple. I'm sorry. Apple or Android device today. Take out your phones, download the app. It's pretty awesome. Make sure y'all do it. It's good stuff, okay? You can give Tailgreeter a follow on all social media platforms at TAILGREETER. I do have a small, it's not an announcement, but it's a tease. Monday, the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, we are going to be announcing a brand new sponsor to the podcast network. And it's one of the biggest sponsors we've ever had. I'm pretty excited about it. So be on the lookout for that. And why is this big? Because I think y'all are going to like it at the tailgate this year. Okay, tailgates. And I might be able to send you some pretty cool swag because of it too. So be on the lookout Monday. We're going to have an awesome announcement about a new podcast network sponsor. I am awesome. I'm super pumped up about it. It's awesome. I can't wait to tell you all Monday. I'm super excited. It's great. Okay. A lot of things going on today. Want to remind you guys, too, just a little bit about Tailgater. If you guys are coming to the Baltimore Beatdown, we still have Tailgate VIP tickets left. All you can eat, all you can drink. You get a swag bag, live pregame show, the Tailgater pregame show, tailgate games, raffle items, and Dolphins memorabilia. Special performance by the Honorable Solo D, and a portion of all the proceeds will go to charity. As a matter of fact, I'm going to announce the charity next week, too. We finally decided we're going to who we're going to give it to. It's going to be like two different places, and I'm pretty excited about it. And one of them is on behalf of Jason Jenkins, which is going to be cool. So I can't wait to announce all that next week. I'll get more into detail of that, but it's going to be awesome. We're going to raise some great money. We got some cool raffle items that are being sent my way as we speak. We got a lot of cool stuff. So make sure you guys come. Saturday night, we're going to do a meet and greet. Some of those raffle items are going to be a part of that. Come out. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. The Saturday night at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. Saturday night meet and greet. That's week 2. Okay. That's Saturday night, week 2 in Baltimore. Jimmy's Famous Seafood. We want you to come out, and we want you to come to the tailgate. Buy your tailgate tickets on tailgreeter.com. There are about 40 plus of them left. Okay. It's going to be awesome. All right. All right. If you guys want to go to that game, also, I'm doing a raffle, the Baltimore Beatdown giveaway. Okay. You pay $25 per 50 slots. I think I have about 10 slots filled at the moment. If you guys are interested in coming to the Baltimore Ravens Miami Dolphins game week 2, and you want 2 tailgate passes and 2 game tickets, $25 gets you a chance to get a slot. You can get as many slots as you want. Just make sure you can only donate on PayPal and Cash App. You can't donate anywhere else, or you can't, give your slot anywhere else. And when you do it, use Baltimore Beatdown giveaway. All right. So you guys can, a portion of all the proceeds are going to go towards the charity for that weekend, which I'm going to announce next week. It's going to be pretty cool. So I am excited about it. All right. Make sure you all do that. It's going to be fun. All right. Today is Throwback Thursday. We got a lot to talk about in the rundown. But without further ado, let me bring on the number one producer of all morning shows, my brother from another mother. Love this guy. Applause.
Hey, while you were talking, I just dropped a player and picked one up. Nobody's ready. Nobody's ready for me.
Look at you. Look at you. all ready to go. We got a lot of stuff to go over, so we're gonna do a rundown this morning. Let me say hello to people in the chat. Actually, let me do that first because there's a lot of stuff I want to go over that's not really Dolphins related, but stuff I want to get into. Briefly.
I need to acknowledge something real quick. That is the best jersey I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, so that's one of the things. Happy birthday to Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas. I think today is their birthday from what I've been seeing on social media.
Wait, they share birthdays?
I believe so.
And they're married to each other's sisters?
They used to be, not anymore.
Oh.
They used to be. But yeah. Shout out to those two guys. But yeah, I'm rocking it's Throwback Thursday. So I'm rocking the Zach Thomas jersey. I like it. All right, let me say hello to the people in the chat this morning. Who do I got up in here?
And that's the good orange. That's not that creamsicle.
Yeah. All right, I got Andres. Andres talking about the Broncos, Russell Wilson contract extension. Actually, we'll get into that.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
We'll get into it. I got it all in the rundown. Trucker Sean, 1981. Samaj Kenna, what's going on? Scott Jackson, you got schooled last night. Yeah, I said I went up on TD's platform for like all of 2 minutes.
I missed it.
Yeah. Well, I was literally getting out of the car on my way, and I was listening to them on my ride home. And I got kicked off.
So somebody said something that drove you to jump on there?
No, I mean, I just wanted to say hello. I felt left out. That's all it was.
Oh. So you weren't attacked?
No.
Were you? No.
Well, I mean, the panel got up on me. They were like, "Get this guy off here.
Get this flip-flopper out of here."
I know. Unbelievable. Dodotis says 10,000. I remember when you were at 1,000. We're gonna get to 10,000. I think in the next.
We
month
gotta have a party for 10,000.
I'm
something.
We're at 9,050 or 60 people, so we're like 940, 950 people away from 1,000, and I think we can get it in the next month. I think we can do it. A lot has to go down
before fan appreciation weekend.
We almost get 1,000 subscribers in a month, but I don't see why we can't.
Let's do it before fan appreciation.
That's week 6, I think.
Yeah. Let's make that our goal.
I like that. 10,000 new subscribers before week 6.
Not 10,000 new. 10,000 total.
No, I got you. 10,000 subscribers.
You said 10,000 new subscribers.
Did I? Okay. 950 new subscribers.
I'm sure you would take 10,000 new subscribers.
I mean, I would. I think a lot of people would. But yeah, I mean, I would love to get to 10K before week 6. We can do it.
That's a big milestone, man.
All right. Everybody in the chat, make that your goal. And you know how you do that? You spread the word. You let people, share the link to the YouTube channel. Go on Twitter, say, hey, if you have not subscribed to if you're a Dolphins fan, a Miami Dolphins fan, number one, this is a great morning show that you guys should listen to on a day in, day out basis. But if you have not done so already, can you please help this Miami Dolphins fan by subscribing to this channel? It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe.
Go to your father's, grandfather's, uncle's house, program their TV with YouTube, create an account, subscribe for them, set it all up so they don't have to look for it. It just pops up.
I'm just saying, subscribe to the channel, okay? Kenna said last night was funny. Yeah, it was. I love those guys. What's up? Stephen Mudbone says, hit that like button. CB83 got his Tua card revoked last night. Cruz Ruiz says, look, you bunch of flip-floppers. There are 20 of us here and only 8 likes. Don't be a bum. Hit the like button and subscribe, suckers. I like it, Cruz. Thank you, Cruz. I appreciate that, bud. CB ain't here. Don't slander my guy. He got last night though. I like how people in the chat talk about everything. It's really, really good. Bob Young says, morning all. Alindo Mare days till kickoff. Let's go. Chef Shu says, good morning, everybody. Check your pulse. Fins up. Omar Brown. Joe L. What's up? Fins up, brother. What else? Who else am I missing here? I just want to make sure I don't miss Robert. What's up, Robert? How are you? Caesar says, Roach. Good morning, Roach. Good morning, Roach. Roach gang.
Dang, look at all.
I know you're kind of a big deal, bro.
What is a group of roaches called?
I don't know. What are they called?
I don't know. I gotta look it up.
We came for Roach. Caesar T says. Roach show. G says. I like it. TD Troll Master General, but it is very entertaining. some sensitive people out here, Steven, think don't let them put you down, bro. Haters still click and view. Cruz, I got you. Well deserved, Steven. Appreciate it. Who else? Who else am I missing here? Mark K, good morning. So glad you jumped on the TD discussion. Jumped in at the TD discussion. An infestation, Cruz Ruiz says.
Oh, we infested your channel, Steven.
Oh, well.
Somebody get the raid in the chat. There's too many roaches in there.
There's too many roaches in here. I like it. All right. Some stuff I want to talk about this morning. Let me kind of get into the rundown for this morning. A lot of stuff to talk about. All right, let me share the screen and we'll get into talking about. We're going to get into the Dolphins talk. Don't worry about it. I want you all to understand, respect the channel. Okay. Here we go. Got it. All right. First things first, the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson agreed to a term 5-year, $245 massive extension. He gets $165 million guaranteed. He's officially locked in. The top 5 highest paid quarterbacks in terms of average annual salary, according to Phil Yates. Aaron Rodgers at $50 million, Russell Wilson at $49, Kyler Murray at $46, Deshaun Watson at $46, and Patrick Mahomes at $45 million.
Who's not on that list, Steven?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, my God. You know that's not the truth.
Now, I do want to say, though, if the Miami Dolphins do what we think they're going to do this year, which is go absolutely bananas, okay? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to get into a huge discussion about it because there's other things I want to get into. But for the sake of the discussion on this, you got to think the Dolphins are going to have to extend Tua after this year if they win, especially if they win a playoff game or two, right? Where do you see a yearly average for Tua if the Dolphins win? He's a big part of that, and we win 1 or 2 playoff games.
I wouldn't rush to do anything. Keep him on his cheap deal till the end.
Yeah, I see. Here's my issue with that. I think if we do that, after all the disrespect that this team and fan base has given him in the first 3 years, he's seriously gonna consider free agency. And if he's as big as we think he can be, I don't think we take that chance. I don't think we take that chance.
I feel like when you say we, you're including me.
Well, I mean, as a Miami Dolphins
and
fan,
I don't want to be included in that.
So you don't agree with me is basically
yes,
what you're saying.
Yes.
That's fair. I mean, look, I don't agree with you. I feel as if he is a big reason, if he takes that step from year 2 to year 3, that I believe he will. Mm-hmm. And we're playing hypothetical here.
I need to see year 4 before I give him money. I need a repeat. I need not a repeat. Like if he won a championship, I need another Super Bowl.
It's a repeat
of
a different NFL we live in, man.
The same performance. So if he balls out in year 3, I need to see him ball out in year 4. We said the same thing for Josh Allen. Oh, he did it 1 year. Let's see him do it back to back. Remember we said that?
Yeah.
So it should be the same.
Look, here's what I'll say. You got to remember that the numbers are going to go up, especially with the collective bargaining agreement and everything. So we're going to have in 2 years, maybe 3, especially with the new TV deal that'll get done at the end of this year. Right? It's going to be a higher salary cap by like 50 or 60, maybe even 70 million in the next 2 to 3 years. And so if that happens, I totally see a world where the Dolphins are going to have to pay an ungodly amount of money to him if he brings us to a couple of playoff victories this year.
That we need some.
If we wait like you say we should, mm-hmm. It's going to even be more. It'll even be a crazier number.
Well, that's the thing is,
year after that,
he better be playing ungodly for the money. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's interesting. So just for the sake of the conversation, because there's other things I want to get into, you believe that the Dolphins should wait 2 years, no matter what the deal is. What if we go to a Super Bowl this year?
No, I need to see him play consistently for 2
Wrong.
seasons.
See, I just disagree with that. If the Miami Dolphins go to a Super Bowl this year And not even if they go. I think if they win a playoff game or two.
So it doesn't matter how we got there or
I think if he's a big reason for that. Again, I'm playing the hypothetical game with you. You know? Hypothetically speaking, if the Dolphins go there and he is a big reason for it, you pay that man his money.
Nope.
Yes. We'll get more into that. We'll get more into that.
Caller said golf. What about golf?
We'll get more into that soon. All right,
Brad Johnson.
We'll get back into that. So,
but what I just want to say about this list is Baltimore better stop messing around because if they don't get Lamar Jackson on that list, that dude's walking, man.
So I had a,
and I'm not saying he's coming here. I'm just saying
I had a meeting last night at my church, and a lot of them are Baltimore Ravens fans. A lot of them are Baltimore Ravens fans. So we were talking about the Lamar Jackson situation. Of course, they were talking to me because, you know, that he liked the picture of him in a Dolphins uniform on Twitter. And
do they watch? Are they fans of the show?
Yeah, they have seen the show. But what I will say to you is I think the mindset is, at least with Ravens fans, they think that there's no way that Bisciotti pays Lamar what he's asking for. That they'll trade him and let somebody else pay him.
Before so that is the mindset. Or are they saying after the season?
After this season.
After the
season. So
because I was thinking about that too.
They don't believe that he'll get paid here in Baltimore. At least that's what some of the fan base is telling me, right? You know, what I'm hearing from the fan base and what I'm hearing on sports radio up here in Baltimore. So it's interesting.
But I don't think Lamar was coming here this year anyways, like everybody's freaking out about, because he would come in right before week 1 and have to learn this offense and develop chemistry. Like, there ain't no way. I know he's a gifted quarterback, but there ain't no way he was going to come in and learn that learning curve. Basically,
he wasn't getting traded this year, and Miami definitely wasn't moving anything this year. So that's neither here or there.
But we'll talk about it in the offseason. Possibly.
No, we're not, because we're going to win 2 playoff games. We're going to win 1 or 2 playoff games, and 2 is going to be it's going to be all about Tua, man. It's going to be all about Tua. All right, we're going to come back to some football talk. There's just last night was a random Wednesday night in the world, and football season's not quite here yet. You know, I think college football started a little bit last weekend. It'll kick off into this weekend, get a lot of college football this weekend. But last night you would think, oh, there's not a lot of stuff in sport. There was so much stuff that happened last night in the world of sports, and I want to talk about 3 things that jumped out to me. First thing is, I'm a big, and I'll just briefly touch on this because I know a lot of you are not, but to me it was important, and I have a platform, and I just at least want to talk about it. I'm a big NASCAR fan. I love NASCAR. I grew up in North Carolina, grew up watching it, right? And so one of the old racetracks is in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, North Wilkesboro. Yep. And years ago, NASCAR stopped racing there, and that place became like it was. There was nothing. There were weeds growing out of it, grass growing out of the track. It was abandoned. It was an abandoned track. And what was really, really cool about it is Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has his own show called the Dale Jr. Podcast. And he loves to go to old tracks and talk about, you know, the history of the track and what made that track great. And one of them is North Wilkesboro. And it's in the NASCAR circuit, it was one of the coolest NASCAR tracks there is. So last night, he found out whoever runs the track, they got it up and going. And last night they had a race in North Wilkesboro last night, and he raced in it in North Wilkesboro. He was driving the iconic number 3 car, his old paint scheme, the Sundrop car from his Busch Series days, and it was pretty cool last night to see Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the track, and the place was packed. So yeah, I mean, I just thought it was cool seeing Dale Earnhardt Jr. out there. This is a little bit
before the race started.
He looks old now. It's so weird. I remember him back in the day.
It was so emotional because.
Can you hear it?
Every seat was filled, and I still can't believe this happened. I still can't believe this happened, man. This place was forgotten about, Nobody, anyone on the planet was ready to argue with you. They ain't bringing that back. They ain't never coming back. Nobody, there's a lot of people that believed in it, but not enough. But
That's the voice of NASCAR right there.
I love Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's great.
Switches
And I watch his
flipped.
podcast all the time, and I know a lot of people don't care about NASCAR.
I didn't know he had a podcast.
He has a podcast called the Dale Jr. Download.
You'll have to send it to me.
I want to say it's top 10 sports podcast downloads. Yeah, it's really good. He has a great guest.
Were you a fan of what's the guy's name? I hated him my whole life. He was
Jeff
like
Gordon.
Yes.
So I was not a fan of Jeff Gordon, as somebody's trying to.
I like Jimmy Johnson, his partner, but I didn't like.
Yeah, you were either a Dale Earnhardt fan or a Jeff Gordon fan or a Rusty Wallace fan. Really, growing up,
I was Rusty Dale Jarrett.
But I loved. And it was funny is even a lot of video game people will love the old NASCAR game, the old NASCAR on the original PlayStation. NASCAR.
Talladega Nights.
No, well, that's one of the best movies. I love Talladega Nights. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a big part of the sport, and now even that he's out of a car and he's not racing anymore, although I thought it was cool he was racing last night. He does play-by-play. He does color commentary for NBC, who's covering NASCAR right now. It's got me full blown over the last year. I've gone full blown back into NASCAR. I love it. I support it. I watch it. It's great. So.
I just don't understand the new scoring. Is all my problem is. I was just used to a guy wins the race.
I'll talk
he's
to you
good,
outside of the show, but it's so easy, and yeah, I love it.
So who does the Miami community support in NASCAR?
Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt, baby. Well, he's not racing anymore. So I mean, I'll tell you all. I watch for Bubba. I love Bubba Wallace. That's my guy. But I know he's not the best racer. I mean, there's Ross Chastain who's done really well this year, and. There's a lot.
I don't
of
recognize
really
any
drivers.
names anymore.
You won't. There's a lot of new names, but you'll remember a lot of last names. Ryan Blaney, Dave Blaney's son. He raced for a long time.
Elliott,
John Hunter Nemechek, Joe Nemechek's kid is in it. Chase Elliott, Bill Elliott's son. Chase Elliott's the most popular driver in NASCAR right now.
Steven, it's like Game of Thrones. All their kids take over, and then they battle for the throne.
And that's kind of what happens, in NASCAR. All right, enough about NASCAR. I know a lot of you don't watch, but I do watch it. I do like it. I wanted to briefly talk about it. But that wasn't even the cool thing that happened last night. So earlier this month or late last month, Serena Williams announced that she was going to retire from competitive play. All right, and that this was going to be like her last leg, her last go around with everything. And so the U.S. Open was last night. And or started last night, and she faced the number 2 tennis player in the world. Serena's not ranked anymore. Okay, she's at the end of her career, but she's still amazing. She's still all around the best around tennis player. So last night, Serena Williams faced Contavia. I can't say her last name. The number 2 tennis player in the world, and Serena won. Serena won in 3 sets. She won the first set 7-6. She lost the second set 6-2. And it did, after the first set and losing, we didn't know what was going to happen. And then she handedly won the third set 6-2. And she's advancing. And that's exciting, man. It's exciting. She's advancing in the U.S. Open. So her run's not over. This was going to be her last big go round. And I'm super excited for Serena that she won last night. It was pretty cool. You go through all last night on Twitter. Tiger Woods was there. You see pictures of her back at 16 at her U.S. Open debut compared to now. And it's just I have a little girl. I have a daughter who's 6 years old. And I want, Serena, like Serena's one of those people I would love for my daughter to look up to. And she's absolutely amazing. She's hands down the best female sports athlete of all time, in my opinion. In my opinion, she's the best female sports athlete of all time. There's nobody better than Serena Williams as far as the ladies are concerned. And if
I don't know, man. I met this one lady. She was playing for the female team in Minneapolis for the women's NBA.
Yep.
And we got to go there for it was for something for the Navy. They were doing some military appreciation thing. And we got to meet all these players. And there's this one girl that was on that team that everybody was super psyched for. And it was like she was the Michael Jordan of the women's NBA, dude. I've never seen an athlete, professional female athlete.
I mean, look,
like that.
I think the women players now are a lot.
Yeah.
They're
all-time tennis, right there, bro.
I mean, I personally think, she's the best female athlete of all time. I don't know if there is.
I don't know about for all time. I don't watch enough of it to say,
Yeah, no,
But I'll take y'all's word for it. If y'all follow it and you say that, I'll take your word for it.
All right. I got people texting me. I got people calling me. I don't know what y'all think, but yeah. So Serena Williams,
work around here.
Tom Brady. I know. All right. So that happened last night. Shout out to Serena. I hope Serena keeps winning. I'm going to pay close attention to the U.S. Open, and I'm going to be rooting for Serena.
You're gonna show my athletic tape from last night? I played pickleball, bro.
You did?
Yeah, man. I got on tape.
Oh well. Yeah. You send it to me and I'll play it later. All right. Now, one of the things I love about sports are little things, right? Like, and I don't know if it's you would consider them little things, but I think they're an iconic part, and that is entrances in sports, right? Like, I love college football, and Virginia Tech has Enter Sandman, and if you've ever got a chance to watch Virginia Tech football, and them, coming out onto the field, that is a wild scene in Blacksburg, right? LSU, Tiger Stadium, amazing entrance. Clemson in Death Valley, another amazing entrance. They get on the bus at one end of the stadium, they ride around, and they go down the hill. Some really, really cool stuff. And then when it comes to baseball, Mariano Rivera, who's the greatest closer of all time in Major League Baseball, had one of the best ones. He had Enter Sandman when he would come into the game and close games, all right? Now, the New York Mets have this closing pitcher named Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz is the closer for the New York Mets. And he's got this very unique entrance when the closer comes into the game. And
now Timmy Trumpet.
Last night, the New York Mets, and it has to do with the trumpet. And last night they brought in one of the most famous trumpeteers in the world called Timmy Trumpet. And they had him play the song when he comes into the game. And this was the scene last night at the Mets Stadium, at Shea Stadium, new Shea Stadium, whatever you want to call it. But it's pretty wild, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys. I think you're going to like it.
And now Timmy Trumpet takes center stage as Edwin Diaz gets ready to come in looking for a save.
You hear the build-up? You hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, I hear it.
Don't you get goosebumps?
I'm waiting for Charlie Sheen to turn around. That's what I'm waiting for. With the glasses on and the skull.
Fans are hyped too, man. They got their phones out. They're into it. I ain't gonna lie. I want the Mets to make the playoffs just to see the atmosphere of this in the playoffs.
Man, I bet Alex was dancing in his living room, bro. He's the only Mets fan I know. If he was awake for the game.
If he was awake, exactly.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
I hope that this becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I hope that it, like,
You want a
just
whole
takes-
symphony out there?
I do. I want this to take over sports. I watched this like 50 times already because I'm just like, I love it. It's one of the coolest things in sports right now. Don't care what anybody says. Don't care how cheesy it looks. I love it. I don't care that it's the Mets. I want to see this in the playoffs.
Well,
because
what they need to do,
baseball is amazing. And
these guys need to start watching pro wrestling to see how intro is.
I know, right? Well,
Like-
best entrance of all time is Stone Cold. Come on now. Stone Cold definitely has the best entrance of all time.
Undertaker?
Undertaker's good.
He never made you
Undertaker
scared as a kid where you're like,
Undertaker at WrestleMania's
Sting?
entrances are crazy. Sting had good one. And then obviously The Rock. Finally, The Rock has come back to Clock Blockers. You like that, right? That was good. That was good. Shout out to the U, baby. Shout out to the U. No, you're just gonna drink coffee. That's what you're drink out of your TD Fids Talk coffee mug. That's what you're gonna do.
he's the only one who sent me anything.
Oh. and the shots come. Shots fired. Shots fired. You know what's funny is that's right. Chicago Bulls entrance. You know that. Whew. Hold on. Chicago Bulls entrance.
What football team do you think has the best walkout?
In college football, it's Virginia Tech.
But I mean pros. I used to think it was the Ravens just because Ray Lewis, you know?
Here, like, can you hear? You can't hear that, can you?
I heard it.
Like, this is. I have to agree. This is probably the best entrance of all time in sports. Now that I think about it, and a lot of you don't remember this, but it was pretty awesome.
Ultimate Warrior entrance is good too, yeah.
You're right. It does. I couldn't stand the Bulls, man. I mean, I have to admit, like, I was more of a college basketball fan back then, but
You were just a Michael Jordan hater is what you
I
were.
was,
bro.
man. It's not that I hated him.
I ain't gonna lie though. I used to throw out my Michael Jordan cards as a kid.
And now,
You believe that?
yeah.
And I would keep the Vince Carter. I thought Vince Carter was gonna be like overtake him. So I would hoard those.
Scottie Pippen, boy. Scottie Pippen. I normally don't play stuff because I'll get violation rights and stuff. I'm sure I'll get stuff for
Well,
this.
I
but-
think something that was in the 90s has got to be like, at this point, you should be safe. You know?
I'll fight it.
We're
Dennis
critiquing
Rodman
it.
in his hair is so great.
Yep. Just got to critique it.
Luke Longley.
How tall was that dude?
Crazy tall. Ron Harper, man. Those Bulls teams back in the day were crazy.
Do you think this was the most fandom in the NBA ever during this time? Or do you think it's grown since then?
You know, it's a good question. I think these are the best days of the NBA, but I think the NBA actually probably has more reach now because of
Just
worldwide
technology.
I mean, it's because of Jordan. Don't get it twisted, but yeah, I mean, I think 100% like that basketball is probably more bigger now than it was, but it's a direct result of Michael Jordan, hands down. And LeBron is a big part of it too. Don't get it twisted. Like, his reach is big, but I have to admit that basketball back then was but it's nostalgia, right? Like, anything from the 90s to me is nostalgic. Like, I love anything from the late 80s, 90s. Give me the 80s and 90s all day over any other decades. You know, and early 2000s had their thing too. But anything today, and there's a difference though, right? Like, we see this Edwin Diaz entrance with the Mets, right?
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that was going around on Twitter is everybody's like, oh, they're taking out their phones. They're not in the moment. We live in a phone generation now. You go back to that introduction with the Bulls. People would have had their cell phones out. Would they have been just as hyped for it? Would they have been in the moment if they had their cell phones out recording it? I personally don't think that plays a difference or not, but I would have liked to see more people in the Edwin Diaz entrance, like dancing silly and playing imaginary trumpeter. Like, I feel like Mets fans could really get into that, and it can be a lot bigger than what it is. But, yeah, I don't know. Steven, show the U coming out, the smoke in 01. Come on now, bro, the U 01. They were really good. I mean, look, the bet here. All right, I'll play one more. Virginia Tech, Enter Sandman. To me, I don't know.
Nobody beats Apollo Creed, bro. That's the best ever. You don't remember Apollo Creed's walkout in that movie?
I do. Here we go. This one might be the best. Virginia Tech's Enter Sandman is probably the best entrance in sports. I want to go to Plattsburgh, which is where Virginia Tech is. I want to go to a night game in Blacksburg just to see an entrance for Virginia Tech. That's it. That's all I want to be there for. I care less about Virginia Tech football, but I want to go to this.
You're right. This would be
the buildup is crazy.
One win over a top 5 ranked opponent.
I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit.
As they enter that dark years ago, Enter Sandman has been used to lead this team out every home game since 2000. There is nothing like it. They all know the lyrics, and they will sing along to Enter Sandman. That's the Okie Stone right there.
People are mad I'm playing this. This will be the last thing I play. God, we'll talk football afterwards.
This is football.
People are mad I'm talking about it.
Look, man, because they're soft, bro.
All right, watch this. This is wild. Come on, that's wild.
They're coming after
dude.
You in the chat, bro.
I don't care. They can come
get
at us. Come on. You don't think that'd be cool to be like? That's a wild scene.
You know what else is wild when you're in the stands? Penn State.
I can't make it any bigger. Oh,
you ever seen Penn State? All the white hats and shirts. The whole stadium looks like it was snowed on. And then they go out to lose.
It's wild. But look, the reason that I was playing any of this in the first place is because I love sports, man. I love sports, and I love doing the show each and every day. And there's some crazy things that have nothing really to do with the on the field stuff that just makes it good. Speaking of Chicago in the 90s, Cameron, what's up, man? I know.
Is that what you're talking about? I mean, is this the Michael Jordan show?
Have you been watching the show this morning?
No, I had to take my wife to the airport this morning.
Okay, we were talking about entrances in sports. We were playing the Edwin Diaz entrance, the trumpeter guy.
I sent you that last night.
Yeah, and we just played the Virginia Tech Hokies entrance, and we played the Chicago Bulls 90s entrance. Who has the best entrance in all of sports?
Right now,
in the history of sports. Yeah, no doubt. And then Roach was bringing up wrestling guys, and I feel like they were built on the entrances. You hear the music and you automatically are ready.
Right. But for me, the Undertaker was the all-time
That's
best.
what Roach said. Roach said the Undertaker had the best entrance in all of sports.
I mean, hands down. Hulk Hogan.
What you gonna do, brother? And
And oh God, what was the
Stone Cold
guy
Steve
in-
Austin for me.
what was the one that he passed away and he had and he was from Tampa and he wrestled with Hulk Hogan for a while and he had that really
It's the Macho Man Randy
yeah.
Savage.
Macho Man, and what was the girl's name next to him?
I forget, but I remember those
Anyway,
days.
they had a great entrance.
They
Stone
did.
Cold was awesome.
But
The Rock, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Do you think the Bulls' entrance in the '90s with Jordan, like that, ding, 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 you think that was the best
it's
one?
a song by the Alan Parsons Project, which is a '70s song, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
That was before like sports teams had like entrances like that, you know?
Yeah, it was like through the stadium.
Chicago Bulls definitely led the. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 Eps is make Roach wrestling.
Miss
is not a
Elizabeth,
sport.
thank you, Bob.
Huh? I don't think it's a sport either.
Okay.
Wrestling is entertainment. It's not a sport.
Yeah. It's a athletic activity.
All right, so people are mad that I talked about that this morning, that I gave it a lot of play. I'm sorry. These are like, look, I know we're 10
Dude,
days
these
away.
are the same people get mad if you say
Talk
anything.
Tua for 10.
You know what I mean? So what do you expect?
Why are we here talking about Tua every show? Because the moment I bring up something else to talk about, y'all want to like get on me about it. Okay, let's go back to football. Let's go back to the Miami Dolphins. Let's go. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, CLOCKBLOCKERS, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is Throwback Thursday. So there was a lot of things that I wanted to kind of get into with the Miami Dolphins, and one of them is I wanted to kind of go back a little bit in the last 30 years. Is there a time you can remember the Dolphins? I want to talk about two separate things, but I want us to try to go back in our memory bank. Is there a time in our history that you can remember the Miami Dolphins offseason being this hype, right? Being this hype. And the other thing is, do you remember a time that has the fan base ever been this divided? And I know we've talked about that on the show, but I want you to go back and think about past years. Like, is there any year that stands out? Like, for me, I can remember the hype before Ricky retired. The hype before Ricky retired was big for this team. The moment Ricky retired, it changed everything. But that's the closest as a fan that I can remember the hype being this big was when Ricky was here.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, though, things are different, right? Culture's different. Like, there's always been hype, but it hasn't been amplified as we have today with, what we're doing here on this station and dozens and hundreds of other people that are doing, so it lends to more division and controversy and people with, having a voice for their opinion. So, back then, it was just the Sun Sentinel, the Miami Herald, the Palm Beach Post, and that was it.
I mean, I agree with that. I think YouTube plays a big factor into it. Roach was asking me earlier the question of, do you think the NBA is bigger now than it was in the 90s with Jordan? And or better, I think you said. And I said, I don't know if it's better or worse. I definitely think the 90s were nostalgic, but I think that the reach is bigger than it's ever been. I was on YouTube last night. Like, I was, one of the things I do is I do a lot of research, and I'm like, how can I make my YouTube channel bigger? How can I make it grow? And so I started like looking up videos and highest reach sports teams, YouTubers and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, this wasn't here 5 years ago. This wasn't here 10 years ago. These sports teams, like YouTube plays a big part into that too, right? We have people that watch us in New Zealand. We have people that watch us in Australia. We have people that watch us in Mexico and a lot of different other places throughout, Bahamas. And I mean, look, I'm not saying that ESPN doesn't get to those places, but when does a specific sports team like just the Miami Dolphins have reach in those places for everybody to grab and get content? And so I think by virtue, I think that I don't know if there's ever been bigger hype in the history of sports than there is today. And for the Miami Dolphins, the same thing too. I don't know if there's ever been a big enough hype the way we currently have.
We haven't even seen ESPN just started this week talking about the Dolphins, really, like in a positive way. Just
I think
this
there's
week.
hype on the Dolphins now, right? There's hype.
Oh yeah, there's
Well, there's reason for the hype too, right? Like there's Tyreek Hill and there's
Skyler.
yeah, and there's Tyreek Hill.
And there's Tyreek Hill.
And Skyler.
And there's Skyler. And there's Tyreek Hill. And there's Skyler. It is weird seeing the national media talk positive about the Dolphins because for years we've either not been talked about at all or been talked about as a laughing stock within the NFL because of all the off the field issues. And our greatest player of all time never won a Super Bowl, right? So he's the butt of sports quiz. Who's the all-time greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl? Dan Marino, right? He's that name on the back of the card, and it's not for a great thing. Our thing as a fan base that we hold on to very dearly, and I'm very proud of it, don't get it twisted, but it's 1972, right? That's like when we get into an argument with a fan, what is the one thing Dolphin fans go to? 1972. Undefeated season. Can't nobody take that away from us. We have that, right? As a fan base, we have that. But I wasn't alive in 1972. Roach wasn't alive in 1972. Cameron might have been.
You probably were. Your soul was probably in a different body, experiencing a different life.
He was traveling from a
the I Believe podcast, folks.
Hey, you could even been on the Dolphins for all you know.
That's true. That's right. I could have been somebody totally different. But it goes to show the last 30 years of this franchise and kind of where we're at now. And that goes to, is there ever been this much of a divide within the franchise? I gotta think that if Marino was around in today's NFL, he would be a polarizing figure if he didn't win, right? If he didn't win.
Absolutely.
Would you agree with that?
For sure he would be. I mean,
yeah.
Because of his personality, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember his personality as a player. I mean, I can only go off of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and post-career Marino. That's
inside the NFL?
Inside the NFL, Marino.
Freaking out on stage?
Back then, the players, they didn't have the exposure, right? Like, so there wasn't everybody with a cell phone recording.
Well, actually, he was in commercials with Joe Montana.
Oh, yeah.
He was out there.
He did.
I had a box of cereal with him on it.
Wheaties. He was on Wheaties.
And those guys back then, were running this town without any recourse, right? They didn't have to worry about being filmed, drinking a 12-pack on the sideline or whatever.
Can you imagine if Dan Marino was throwing a Tyreek Hill?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with me saying this because they were doing it out in public. Well, the first time I ever met Marino was at the bar in was at the team hotel bar in Jersey when they were at the MetLife takeover. And Nat Moore and Marino are just, I mean, they had 4 bottles of wine. It had
How old were you?
3 or 4. Oh, this was 8 years ago, 7 years ago.
Okay.
And Marino and Nat Moore are just throwing back bottles of wine, and nothing wrong with that. They're retired. It doesn't matter. Have no problem. But I agree with Cameron's thing, right? Like, so one of the podcasts, I love podcasts.
But did you go? Hold on. Did you go up to him?
He walked by me, and Justin Finsticky, shout out to Finsticky, I was having a panic attack when I met him. I did. I couldn't talk. I had a jersey and a pen. It was the first time I had ever. I don't get starstruck.
Did he look you in the eyes?
There's 2 times in life I've ever been starstruck. The first time I ever met Dan Marino, and I've met him 3 or 4 times since then, had no issue.
And when you met
and the first time I met Cal Ripken Jr. Those are the only 2 times I've ever bin starstruck. That's it.
I don't know, man. Every time I see another YouTuber on here.
I had a panic attack the first time I met him. I couldn't get it out. Finsticky was like, Dan, can you sign my friend's jersey? And I just had my hand out and like he signed it, and I turned around to take a picture with him, and I'm like this, and I just burst into tears when he left.
He thought your friend was like your caretaker. Oh my God.
He probably did. I don't know. But dude, it was, I had a panic attack after I met him because I had the guy's poster on my room since I was a little kid, man. Like he was the guy I grew up idolizing and I loved, and I'm a big Miami Dolphins fan because of this man. Now, the second time I met him with Solo. No issue, none. I didn't even talk about the first interaction. He probably doesn't remember, but I had no issue with it the second time. So, yeah. But yeah, the first time I flipped out. Like, but yeah, to that point, I watch another. I was going to another point. I watched another podcast called All the Smoke, and All the Smoke has Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson from the NBA. And if you like basketball more, I know you'd love it, Roach, because they take old NBA ball players and they smoke weed, and that's the show. That's all they do. It's called All the Smoke. It's a great show. It's on Showtime and it's on YouTube. It's a great show. It's a really good interview podcast platform. So they had Rasheed Wallace on about a week ago. I think that episode got released, and they're talking about, oh yeah, the entire team after the game were smoking in the hotel room or smoking at, somebody's house. Like they're like, oh yeah, 90% of all NBA teams smoking marijuana in the 90s, in the early 2000s. Like it was a thing. Like and even the owners and stuff knew that they did that stuff. They were saying like it wasn't a big deal. And so I agree. I think back then you didn't have the cell phone culture where things could get recorded and you could be recorded. Imagine if the cell phone culture was there in the 90s. The debauchery that happened in the 90s, oh my God. I don't think we would look at some of these players the same way. I don't. Mm-hmm. You agree with that, Cameron?
I know it. And I'll tell you why I know it. So, you know me, in my previous life, I was a chef for the Chicago Cubs and later on for the Indiana Pacers. And I shared a duplex. It was a 3-story triplex, I guess, with 2 Indiana Pacers players who will remain unnamed. And we smoked pounds of weed together.
What years were this?
2000, 2001.
Okay, all right.
The year they went to the playoffs.
In a pipe? Did you roll it in a pong?
Roach would ask those questions.
They had a big ass bong that put me to sleep every night. It was crazy.
But they could probably do it like it was like they were professionals at it. Like
wake and bake.
Yeah. No way.
With your coffee. That's what you do.
Well, I mean, again, Roach, I think you should watch the show called Up and All the Smoke, because there's another one with Jermaine O'Neal, who was an Indiana Pacer. And Jermaine is on the show. Jermaine owns his own weed company. And
Jermaine O'Neal is on that team. Anthony Bender was on that team. Reggie Miller.
Listen, Reggie.
You need to get a weed sponsor, Steven, so I could get some I want samples.
I want Ricky Williams' weed company to sponsor the show. You
talk
know
to Rich.
Awesome that would
get
be?
Richmond to call Ricky.
Yeah, Richmond doesn't know. I'll tell you some funny stuff. I talked to Richmond last night.
People just assume they all know each other.
Richmond's doing stuff for. He's helping me. There's some really cool stuff. If you're coming to the Baltimore Beatdown, you're going to get some really cool stuff if you buy a ticket. It's going to be amazing. But I'm talking to Richmond last night, and we were briefly talking about the players today compared to the players back then, and we were talking, and it's kind of funny you just said that, Roach, because he doesn't know Ricky though.
Do you know what the best moment of the show has been?
What?
Watching Richmond Webb come up here and break down the fake spike, everything about it, like that to me is the best moment of the show ever. In the history of the show.
And the history of clock blockers?
Yeah. Because that is like one of the most iconic moments in Dolphin history. And we had somebody
lore. Yeah.
And we have somebody who was there on this show, not any other show, on this show telling that story.
Well, Kenyon Drake.
That's the most iconic moment?
I would say in this show, I don't know.
No,
that spoke to Roach.
It's one of the this
what do you think the most iconic moment in clock blockers small history is, Cameron?
Clock blockers?
Yeah.
He's 32 tailgate. That's what he's going to say.
I mean,
no, on
the live
the morning
tailgate,
show.
100%. Honestly,
the
live tailgates on them, they're pretty fly.
The Ravens one last year was wild. That Thursday night game.
Yeah.
You go to a night tailgate, it's legit. Let's just put
we have the Steelers Sunday night.
I know. I'm stoked about that one.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be awesome. Rick Spar says when we got Tyreek Hill, Steven wasn't live. Yes, I was when we got Tyreek Hill. I flipped out. I screamed.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's an iconic moment of the show. That Friday episode when we got drunk 2 Fridays ago, Steven, that was wild. Oh man, yeah, no. But Kenyon Drake just signed with the Ravens here. And so I'm going to try to see if I can get him at the Baltimore beatdown that Saturday night at because come on, he's part of talk about the greatest play of all time in Miami Dolphins history. He's in top 5 greatest play all time. Easy. Miami Miracles top 5 greatest play all time, Miami Dolphins history.
Oh, and we have to bring up Alex today, by the way.
Oh yeah, Alex has got to come up here and account for his transgression yesterday. I'm
going to go Phil, but tell Cameron what Alex did.
So we have the panel yesterday, and all of a sudden we're on the panel and we just hear this snoring.
Oh, I got on right after that.
And yeah, he was sleeping. He fell asleep. He texted me later. He apologized. I didn't answer him because I wanted to mess with him a little bit. But yes, I do think it's funny that he fell asleep.
I want to. Are we getting too technical? And are we going to start getting into this practice squad a little bit? Because it's curious that the Dolphins have only signed 5 players, right?
No, they've signed more than that. As a matter of fact, let me bring in. Give me a sec. Twitter. Daniel, Fusi.
And I noticed. I think yesterday you said only 1 player from the Dolphins had been signed.
Benito Jones was the only player to be claimed.
No,
was the only player to be claimed.
Kellen Dyche was by the Bears.
Okay,
and he was the offensive.
No,
lineman.
I thought he signed with their practice squad. Dyche signed with their practice squad. Benito Jones was the only Dolphins player that was claimed.
Which means he's
off the waiver wire. He's going to be on their 53. Dyche was signed as a practice squad player.
Practice squad. You're right. Yeah. So the Bears, the Dolphins have 8 players.
Yes, and
Coleman, Craycraft, Good, Porter Gustin, Vernon McKinley, Braylon Sanders, Ben Stills, Aquande Wright, and then they signed Darius Hodge, D'Angelo Ross. Was moved to injured reserve, and they got that kid from Carolina
who was the fastest kid of the draft this year. He's the cornerback.
So that's their practice squad, and I'm glad to see Cameron Good and Craycraft and Braylon Sanders. Those 3 have chances to be elevated during the year. In my opinion,
I think Cameron Good will get a shot to play this year as long as he doesn't get claimed.
I think Craycraft will. I think Braylon Sanders has an outside chance.
Josh Rosen has been signed by the Cleveland Browns to their practice squad after being released.
That's has there been I guess there has been. There's been other examples.
I can't believe
Ryan Leaf, is he pretty much flamed out pretty quick, but Rosen, that's a pretty quick flame out, especially for somebody who is so highly touted out of
the man's still around the league though. Like you have to give that a little bit of
the only negative you hear about him is his attitude, right?
Yeah.
I don't even hear any negative.
You never heard about that? That was a huge critique of him coming out of Arizona.
Like you couldn't talk to him.
He was not coachable.
Yeah.
Is what they were saying.
He immediately thought he was better than anybody in the room without putting in the work.
I don't know. USFL MVP and former USFL general wide receiver Cavante Turpin made the Dallas Cowboys 53-man roster. So the USFL.
Did you see what he did in the preseason?
He went off. Eagles are sending wide receiver Jalen Reagor to the Minnesota Vikings in exchange for a 2023 7th-round pick and a 2024 conditional 4th-round pick. that would de-escalate to a 5th round if certain statistical marks are not met. That's funny because Jalen
Reagor
was drafted, the draft pick before Justin Jefferson in the same draft where Justin Jefferson went to the Vikings after Jalen Reagor was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. So there's a video of the Minnesota Vikings laughing that they picked Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. They couldn't believe it. And now they got Jalen Reagor and Justin Jefferson. That's funny. That's funny. All right, here are the teams that missed the playoffs last year. Okay, this is off FanDuel, but I think it's an interesting conversation to kind of discuss a little bit because I'm interested to know what you guys think. These are the teams that missed playoffs last year. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this to the side. The Indianapolis Colts, the Miami Dolphins, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Cleveland Browns, the Baltimore Ravens, the Denver Broncos, the New York Jets, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the New Orleans Saints, the Minnesota Vikings, the Washington Commanders, the Seattle Seahawks, the Atlanta Falcons, the Chicago Bears, the Carolina Panthers, the New York Jets, and the Detroit Lions.
They should have went with the Red Wolves, bro. They messed up.
Explain to me, out of all those teams,
I kind of like the Washington football team. Like, that's what they are.
They should have been the Washington Red Tails. That's what they should have been. But that's neither here or there.
3 different opinions. Look at that.
I know. Out of all the teams, which one do you think will make the playoffs this year, and why?
So you got to look who made the playoffs and
no. Well, I mean, these are all the teams that didn't.
Right. So who are they replacing from the teams that made the playoffs?
I mean, since y'all want to take your time and talk about it, obviously I'm going to go with the homer pick. I'm going to say the Dolphins are, but I will also pick one other team that I think will make it that is not the Miami Dolphins. And I believe that the surprising pick this year is going to be, and it's not a surprising pick, I just think it's going to be the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to make it.
So that's 2 AFC teams. So who in the AFC are not
NFC?
No,
yeah, you should pick one AFC, one NFC is what you should do.
Well, who are the 8 teams in the AFC that made it last year?
Cincinnati, Vegas, Buffalo, New England.
New England's not making it.
Kansas City, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's not making it. There you go. There's your 2.
And Tennessee. Did I already say Tennessee?
Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and who was the other one I said?
KC?
No, I said Kansas City's making it still.
New England.
Tennessee, New England, and Pittsburgh are 3 teams that will not make the playoffs this year. And in turn, it'll be the Miami Dolphins, the Los Angeles Chargers, and
Broncos.
It's either going to be the Ravens. It's either going to be the Ravens or the Broncos. It's either going to be the Ravens or the Broncos.
It's the Broncos.
I'm saying Broncos and Lions. I think
the Lions are going to make that big a turnaround. You're just pumped up on Hard Knocks, bro.
I honestly think that Goff, the way you saw Goff playing with his wide receivers at the end of the
Goff
season,
does look confident. I will give you that. He looks
and
confident.
I think he's going to get him there.
What about their defense? I don't know.
Oh, they got that kid on the end, and they got
Don't
Rodrigo.
let Rose lie to you. He's got their new wide receiver, Amon St. Brown, whatever his name is.
He's nice.
Get his name right.
I butcher names. I apologize, people. So I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins, the Chargers, and if I had to pick one, the Ravens.
Wait, you keep adding.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm going to go.
I know.
No, but I just said 3 teams were
Ravens
out.
Expanded playoffs.
I just said the 3 teams were out, so I got to replace them. And I think it's going to be the Dolphins, Chargers, and Ravens. I don't think the Broncos make it.
So the hard one the NFC was the hard one because I'm looking.
I won't be surprised if they do, but I wouldn't bet on it. But
because I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings made it. I wouldn't be surprised if
all right, time out. Who are the 8 teams in the NFC that made it?
Tampa Bay, Philadelphia.
All right, hold on. Let's go. Hold on. Tampa Bay is going to make it again. Philadelphia is going to make it again.
LA.
San Francisco.
I'm going to say no. They're not going to make it again.
Dallas.
I think Philadelphia.
That's the toss-up. That's the toss-up division.
I think the
to me.
Eagles win the division this year. So I'm going to say Dallas is not.
So Arizona, Rams.
I don't know. I need to think about. Let me come back to Dallas.
You really think the Eagles are going to?
Arizona makes
Bay.
it. Arizona makes it. Who's the other one after Arizona?
Rams.
They make it.
Green Bay.
They make it. So who are the teams that I didn't? Oh, I questioned. Dallas, I questioned.
You didn't like Dallas, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's making it again.
Philadelphia. You just said Philly's going to win the division.
I think Philly's going to win their division, man.
So every NFC team is.
Although, hold on, let me think about this for a
So
second.
there's no room for Detroit. So Detroit's going to win that division, right? In Roach's eyes.
Well, who's in their division?
Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago, and who's the other one?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
So Green Bay
wins
that division.
Green Bay's better than Detroit. Detroit
Wait, why do
basically
I have to
has
say they're winning the division? Why can't they be wild cards?
Well, because you got Dallas and you've got Philadelphia in that same division. So one of them winning and the other one's going to be the wild card.
See, I don't think Philly's going to be as good as y'all think they are.
I
don't believe in Jalen Hurts.
See, and I hate Alabama, but I like it. I like Jalen Hurts. I think he takes.
I think there's no in between for Philadelphia, right? You got to put that in perspective. There's no in between for Philadelphia, and we also know that the winner, who won the division last year, the Cowboys, correct? Cowboys won the division last year in the NFC East.
Yes.
I don't know. The last 2 years, it seems like it's
not
been
going
a
to be
toss-up.
Dallas again, because when was the last time they had back-to-back winners of that division? It's been years. And if it has happened, it's only happened once in the last 15 or 20 years.
One of the teams from the AFC South has to get in, which is true. Going back to the AFC.
Well, the AFC South is going to be
Titans?
It's not going to be Jacksonville.
Oh, maybe.
It's you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. So Matt Ryan in Indianapolis is going to be very interesting to see. I'm putting a question mark about them maybe winning that division, right? And you have and if people think Davis Mills is as big as they say is, I think it'll come down to the Texans and the Colts in that division.
Are we the only? Is that the only division with 3 people on this list? 3 teams?
Who?
Texans, Titans, Colts, and Jaguars. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You got the Jags, the Texans, the Colts that missed the playoffs last year. So only one team made it, and then you got the Dolphins and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Browns and the Ravens. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh both made it, and Denver. Vegas isn't up there. Yeah.
That's the worst division then.
No, Cincinnati was the only team that made. Although the Steelers did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Chargers. Yep. I noticed there was a wild card from all 3 out of the 4 AFC. But see, this year you have to put the AFC West
as the best division
in football, man. Because the last place team in the AFC West should make the playoffs.
You can make
guaranteed.
an argument for any one of those 4 teams in the West being the division winner and winning a game or 2 in the playoffs.
Yep. You go through it. You got Vegas. Vegas just got Devontae Adams. I think personally Vegas is winning the AFC West. I think the Raiders are the best team in the AFC West, in my opinion.
Broncos, Chiefs, and they're better than the Chargers.
So the Chiefs have been to the last 4 or 5 AFC championship games. It's tough to write them off, but you have to think that Tyreek not being there is going to be very interesting, right? To see how that plays. And then you got the Denver Broncos, who bring in Russell Wilson. They signed him to this massive deal this morning.
Dude, they have great wide receivers.
Jerry Jeudy.
They have a top 5 defense.
So, look, And then what's the fourth team I'm missing? I'm missing
Chargers.
Chargers. Justin Herbert.
And
Enough
listen,
said.
Wilson, Carr, Herbert, and Mahomes. Like
all four of it is in it, look, it's unlikely, but it is entirely plausible that all four teams make the playoffs in that division. All four could make the playoffs. Unlikely, but could. It could happen.
I don't know if that's logistically possible.
It is. It 100% is. Think about it. 3 wild card teams. There's 4 teams in that division. All 3 of the division winner and all 3 teams could get in. Now they play each other, but let's say those are the only let's say they take care of business with everybody else. It is entirely plausible that it could happen. Unlikely, very unlikely, but it could happen. I personally think it'll be 3 teams from that division to likely be in the hunt the entire year. The entire year. Which means there's one playoff spot that's not a division winner left over out of the AFC West.
So you're saying they're all going to go 11-6?
No. I mean, again, it's possible, right? I think 3 teams get in from the AFC West. I think it'll be the division-winning Raiders, the Chargers, and then it's a toss-up between Kansas City and Denver. And I think that Denver's not making it. Because I don't think Russell Wilson is God's gift to make them automatically a much better football team. I know they had a top 5 defense last year. Whoop-de-freaking-do. They lost Von Miller. Like, I'm not, a couple of years ago. I mean, well, the Rams lost Von Miller. But still, like, I don't.
But he's a veteran, Steven. You've been talking about veterans for the last 2 weeks.
Well, I can't even put that. He left LA. He didn't leave Denver. So Denver last year had a top 5 without Von Miller already. So that kind of counters my point. But still, like I don't think that Russell Wilson is all of a sudden going to make the Denver Broncos a playoff team. There's no way. You think that Drew Lock and who else was there last year make them that bad? That all of a sudden Russell Wilson automatically makes them an 11, 12, 13-win football team?
Probably.
He's probably worth a couple wins, right?
How many wins did they get last year?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. Oh, they went. Didn't update. Regular season. So Denver went 7-10.
So you're going to sit here and tell me that Russell Wilson is going to bring them 4 or 5 more games in the win column to make them into a playoff team? I don't see it. Now, I'm sorry. He's not. He's at the downside
not all
of his
on
career.
him, though.
He's not on the upside. I don't think he makes them a 4 or 5 win better football team. I just don't.
So let's do the math here. So Kansas City went 12-5, Raiders went 10-7. They both made the playoffs. You could make an argument that Kansas City regresses 2 games, Raiders improve 2 games.
I think Kansas City, or I think the Raiders are going to be the best.
So they can both. Let's say they both go 11-6, like they make the playoffs, right?
Who, the Raiders?
Raiders and Chiefs, yeah.
Raiders are winning 13 games this year.
Oh boy,
guaranteed, bro.
Guaranteed. Keep the receipts.
Keep the receipt. That is a 13-win football team this year. Look at their weapons, man. You can't deny what they have in Vegas right now. Derek Carr, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow.
We have just regressed.
Devontae Adams.
TD Raiders talk.
I'm just saying, we're sitting here talking about divisions. We'll come back to the Dolphins. Like, I think this is important to talk about. We need to know what we're up against. So, I mean.
Well, it is important.
Oh, the other quarterback you were thinking of was Teddy Bridgewater, by the way.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Roach. So Russell Wilson's going to make – all right, let's just say for the sake of conversation, is Russell Wilson good for 4 extra wins in the NFL?
Compared to Teddy?
Does he make – not the question. Question is, does Russell Wilson –
you don't like the answer. Wait, you just don't like the answer to that question?
They started a running back at quarterback last year.
I understand that. I get it. I understand. He made the team this year as a wide receiver, by the way.
Well, he was a wide receiver too, you know.
But yeah. So I mean, look, does Russell Wilson give that team 4 extra wins?
All right,
He can. Why couldn't he?
Steven.
Not gonna happen.
Steven Roach, I'm gonna call off the Broncos schedule, and I'm gonna call off the Raiders schedule. You tell me, and we'll do the Broncos first.
Are you going to keep track of wins and losses here?
Yeah, I'm going to write it down.
Thank
For
you.
each of us.
Broncos and Texans.
All right, go ahead.
Broncos.
Oh, I need to say who's going to win.
Yeah,
Yes.
we each are.
Okay,
Broncos.
I'm going to go Broncos.
That's a home game for the Broncos.
Broncos win.
It could be in the street. Don't matter.
So just
Broncos.
go Broncos versus or Broncos at, and if it's at, we'll know it's home and away.
Broncos at home versus 49ers.
Broncos.
Broncos at Raiders.
Raiders.
Colts at Broncos.
Raiders, yeah.
Colts at Broncos.
Broncos.
Hold on.
Do I have to do 2 columns here? One for Roach?
I'm counting my own.
Okay. So
I'm gonna go Colts. Matt Ryan's the better quarterback there.
So they're 2-2 after 4 games.
Yep.
Broncos at Chargers.
Chargers.
Jets at Broncos.
Broncos.
Broncos at Jaguars.
Broncos.
All right. Broncos at Panthers.
Broncos.
What a cupcake schedule that is. Broncos at Ravens.
They got to travel to the the East Coast. I'm going to say Baltimore.
Be more. Chiefs at Broncos.
Kansas City.
So you've got them 5-5 after 10.
I'm at 7-3.
Cardinals at Broncos.
Cardinals.
Ooh. Broncos at Rams.
Rams.
Dude, they're cooked in your eyes. Broncos.
They're saying you're doing the wrong schedule, by the way. I'm just telling you what they're saying in the chat. Are you doing the right schedule?
That'd be hilarious if I was. No, I'm pretty sure this is the right schedule.
2022 NFL football season.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Now I'm gonna have to fucking fact check myself. Where was I?
Swear jar.
Broncos at Rams on Christmas.
Broncos at Rams on Christmas. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Broncos at Rams. I'm gonna go Rams. Who did you say the Denver Broncos played week 1?
Hold on here. It says Texans at Broncos.
Week 1.
You do it. Put in 2022.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing he's seeing.
Someone ain't looking
Kevin
right.
Lee, you're wrong, maybe.
All right.
It goes,
so
it
it's
goes
December
Texans,
25th.
Niners, Raiders, Colts.
Yeah.
Chargers, Jets, Jaguars.
The last 2
Titans.
games are Broncos. Chiefs.
I have. No. The first game is the Broncos and Seahawks.
Where are you seeing that?
The Broncos, Texans, and Broncos are the week after in week 2.
Week 2 games. So I just missed it. It's the same.
You started early.
Week 1. That's all.
All
And
right,
by the
Broncos
way,
and Seahawks. We'll go back. Broncos and Seahawks. Broncos and Seahawks.
I'm gonna go
Broncos.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I got 3 games left.
Yep.
3 games left. Broncos at Rams.
Rams, which I think I already said.
Broncos at Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Dude, and Chargers at Broncos to end the season.
Chargers.
Wow. So you've got them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and 12.
I got them 11-5.
6 and 11, sorry.
I came up with 11-5, Cameron.
6-11, and Roach.
Now let's do it with the Dolphins and see where we get.
I don't mind doing that. I didn't want to do it, but you know what? Screw it. We'll do the Dolphins schedule too.
Roach,
but hold on. What I want to do is go through the AFC West real quick.
There's
and then
17
we'll go to the
games.
Dolphins.
Would you have them at, Roach?
There's 16
I had 11.
games.
I had 11 wins.
Or, yeah, there is 17 games.
11 wins, and that would make 6 losses. All right.
And what did I have them at?
6-11, which that ain't happening either.
I have them winning only 6 games.
Yes.
Oh yeah. But even if you take 3 of those games, let's say 3, and you put them to wins, that's still 7, 8, 9.
So Denver was 7-10 last year, and you're saying with Russell Wilson they're going to be 1 game worse? That ain't happening.
Steven got them getting swept by the AFC East. That's pretty good, Rashad.
You want to do the Raiders?
We'll do the Raiders. Let's do the Raiders. Make sure it's the right schedule. God
It's
forbid.
the right schedule. I just got to start at the right damn day. All right, Sunday, September 11th, which is the first game of the season. So Raiders at Chargers.
Raiders at Chargers. Raiders.
Right, win-loss. Raiders. Cardinals at Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders at Titans.
Raiders.
Oh, you're high. Broncos at Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders at Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Texans at Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders at Saints.
Raiders.
Raiders at Jaguars.
Raiders.
Yeah, they do have an easy schedule. This division has an easy schedule. Colts at Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders at Broncos.
You already picked this one, so it should be easy.
Raiders. Raiders.
Yeah. I should remember what you said. Raiders at Seahawks.
I would have picked the Raiders. Say that again.
Raiders at Seahawks.
Raiders.
Yeah, Chargers at Raiders. Chargers at Raiders.
Raiders.
At this point in Steven's mind, in his world, Derek Carr is already the MVP.
I think they're the best team in football. I do.
Raiders, what?
Yep.
Raiders at Rams. You're full of hot takes today.
Rams.
What's interesting about that, Steven, is you didn't want him here, Derek Carr, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Roach, get out of here,
Patriots
bro.
at Raiders.
Raiders.
It's kind of weird, right, Cameron?
The Vegas Raiders.
We just threw the big trap on them. Raiders at Steelers.
Raiders.
Oh, man. That's a Christmas Eve game, too. 49ers at Raiders.
Raiders.
My God.
A team with worse wide receivers than us.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I do think we have better wide receivers. We're not talking about
What are you talking
You
about?
almost got me.
What are you talking about, Willis?
We have better wide receivers. I agree.
Chiefs at Raiders.
Say that again.
Chiefs at Raiders, the end of season.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
All right, so you've got them 15-2, you bozo.
Let's do the Dolphins. Let's see where he has us.
I personally think the over-under for them is 13, and I would pick the over for the Raiders. Rashad said receipts are being kept.
Yes, please. I hope someone's recording this. and so, Steven, next.
So what do I have right now with the AFC West? I have the Denver Broncos going what?
You have the Broncos losing 2 games, so that's 15-2.
No, I have the Raiders going 15-2. I have the Broncos going
at 6-11.
Okay, let's do the Chargers.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're doing the whole division?
I'll do the Chargers. I want to see, yes. And I want you all to keep this receipt and let me know at the end of the year how I did.
All right. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Sunday night football to open the season, Raiders at Chargers. You already said that's
Raiders.
Raiders. This is
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
can't. There's no flip flop in here, Steven. You said it.
fine.
That's it.
That's fine.
all right. Chargers at Chiefs. You already did this one too.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I said no, you didn't.
Okay. Chargers.
No, I didn't.
All right. Jaguars at Chargers.
Chargers.
Dude, they got 3 home games to start the season. Chargers at Texans.
Chargers.
So they're 4-0 out the great gate. Chargers at Browns. At Browns.
I had them losing to the Raiders, by the way. Chargers.
All right, so that's 3-1. 4-1.
Don't tell him because he'll start changing his answers to fit his narrative.
Broncos at Chargers.
Chargers.
All over it. Herbert's jock right now. Seahawks at Chargers.
Chargers.
Chargers at Falcons.
Chargers.
Chargers at 49ers.
Chargers.
Chargers at Raiders. You pick the Raiders.
Vegas. Raiders.
Dolphins at Chargers.
Dolphins.
You clown. Titans at Chargers.
Chargers.
Roach Kenny.
No. Did you see Bob Young's comment? I'm starting to understand why Steven D's good gambling.
Chargers at Colts.
Chargers.
Rams at Chargers.
Rams.
Chargers at Broncos. You pick the Chargers.
Chargers, yeah.
Who's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Chargers at Colts.
Chargers.
And Titans at Chargers.
Chargers. So what do I have the Chargers going?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 6.
I don't think that's out of the realm.
Out of the realm of the playoffs, according to you.
All right. Do you want to do the last team or no? We should know it based on the other 3 there, so we don't have to do the last team.
What? 11? What are you going to give him? 15 wins?
The Chiefs?
I mean, you can go based on look at all of my picks, and you'll see.
Well, you had the Chiefs beating them all.
No, I didn't.
No. Who'd you have splitting games with the Chiefs?
Hey, I mean, as long as you're putting your foot in your mouth, let's do the Dolphins.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to like this one.
Yeah.
And Buffalo.
I'm putting these right on my desk.
Let's do Buffalo first. Let's do Buffalo first, and then we'll do the Dolphins.
All right, Bills. This is.
And hey, Cameron, don't tell them the end results until we do all the teams.
And I need you to keep these receipts.
Oh, believe me.
And do not let me be right, because you will never hear the end of me.
And
if I'm wrong, you will still never hear the end
You host
of me.
a sports show. We're always going to hear you.
You still will never hear the end of me.
Oh,
right.
my Lord. All right.
I love you guys in the chat, by the way. All right, go ahead.
The Bills open the season Thursday night football. Bills at Rams.
Bills.
Rams.
Right. Titans at Bills.
No, where are they at? Are they on the West Coast?
Bills at Rams.
Yeah, it's the Rams. It's the Rams.
Titans at Bills.
Bills.
Which is a Sunday night football game.
Wait. You don't
They
think the
open
Bills are going to
prime
run
time.
into that like it's their Super Bowl week 1?
You know, I've thought so. Real quick, let me just say I've thought about that game, but I think there's so here's the question: is Von Miller that big difference that he's going to be better with Buffalo than he is with the
I'm not
Rams?
even thinking about Von Miller. Like,
I think. Well, so what are you thinking about?
I'm just thinking about a team who felt like they should have been in the Super Bowl, right?
And they want, and
now they get a chance to show you Why?
They have no
That's-
Tre'Davious White. They have no Tre'Davious White. Like
I'm just saying, man.
I'm going.
They're going to be motivated.
Matt Stafford is going to be slanging and banging to Cooper Kupp all freaking day long. I'm going Rams over Bills.
So you think Cooper Kupp's going to repeat the season he had last year?
I think he's going. I don't know about that. Oh, all right. You're asking me. Do I think Cooper Kupp? I think he has another good year. I don't know if he has the same numbers he had last year, but I think he has another good, what would deem as a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but an MVP type season, because that's
I mean, odds of him repeating the numbers he did last year, probably not, but I would still say he has, like, on any other, if we look at his numbers for this year to be, that's a great year. Those are good numbers. Like, it just won't be as good as he had last year. Last year was out of the ballpark.
48% of the offensive production last year.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think the Rams are going to beat the Bills opening night. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Hey, wouldn't that be amazing if the Bills went like 1-4 throughout the first 5 weeks?
All right, so I have the Bills losing to that. Go to week 2 again.
So you're 1-1.
Titans at Bills. You had the
Buffalo
Bills.
beats Tennessee.
Yeah. Bills at Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Buffalo. I'm just until it happens.
Dude,
until it happens, it's tough for me to say this.
You. Bills at Ravens.
Bills.
Ugh. So they're 3-1 in your book out of the first 4.
Let me just state this real quick. Do I think the Dolphins can beat them? Yes. As a homer, as somebody who's very excited for this offense, yes. But until they do, I can't sign my name that the Dolphins are going to straight up beat them yet. I just can't until they do.
You might as well just have Mark up here from now on. Steelers at Bills.
Bills.
Bills at Chiefs.
What week is that?
5.
Tre'Davious White will be back.
6, I'm sorry.
Tre'Davious White will be back, but there is no Tyreek. I'm going to go Buffalo over Kansas City. Circle that game, by the way, because I think that'll be a very important game this year.
Let me circle my screen right here. Packers at Bills.
Packers.
Really? Bills at Jets.
Bills.
Vikings at Bills.
That'll be a crazy, actually really good game. It's at Bills. What month is it?
It's November 13th.
I'm going to go Buffalo.
They both live in the north, Steven. What does it matter?
but Minnesota plays indoors, dude.
Yeah. They have an outside training facility too, though.
Exactly. Browns at Bills.
Bills.
Bills at Lions.
Bills.
You messed that one up.
Yeah, I did.
Bills going to Super Bowl, bro. Or not the Bills, the Lions are going to Super Bowl.
Bills at Patriots. Mark is paying Roach now too.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Super Bowl.
Buffalo. I would be. You're just as delusional as I am.
Jets at Bills.
Bills.
Dolphins at Bills.
You said it earlier.
I know.
They didn't still in your mind. They still haven't won.
They still haven't won yet. So
it's December 18th, and the Dolphins are a warm weather team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo. I hate
Bills
that.
At Bears.
Buffalo.
Bills at Bengals.
Bengals.
Patriots at Bills to end the season.
Bills.
Is that 15 wins?
That is
14, I think.
14.
And who are the 3 losses I have them?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm just marking down wins or losses. Okay. You said Green Bay, I think, was 1. Minnesota and the Rams, right?
I know the Rams was one.
Yeah, Rams, Minnesota, and Green Bay is what you said.
I think so. All right, let's do Miami.
You sound so dejected in yourself.
I do. I hate that I so let me before we get to the Dolphins thing, I'm not justifying anything. I do hate the fact that I feel that the Bills have been that good. And why they didn't lose anything really for the most part, did they?
Just a punter.
Oh, you said Rams, Bengals, and Packers. That's correct.
They didn't lose anything. What did they lose? What did the Buffalo Bills lose?
The punter.
Season? I'm not worried about that. He wasn't there anyway.
They gained.
Didn't they lose a quarterback?
They gained. Like, why do we? How many wins did the Bills have last year? That's the next question.
Oh, Jesus Christ! They gained Von Miller. They lost a cornerback.
Wait. We have some contradiction stuff going over here because in another game you said they beat Buffalo because they don't have Tre'Davious White, right?
In the first 4.
Yeah. Which one was that?
The game I was asking was the 6. It was week 6.
Week 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right. The Rams, Bengals, and Packers. He has them losing too. So Buffalo was 11-6.
So I have them winning 3 more games this year.
That's
12, 13, and 14.
Look at that damn cupcake. I mean, they play the NFC.
Am I wrong? They think about it. They play the Jets twice. They play the Patriots twice. There's 4 wins right there. They play the
NFC North.
They play Packers. The NFC North.
So you have them
Packers
sweeping the whole division, Steven.
No, I have them losing to who did I say I had them losing to? The Packers, right?
Yeah, they're not in our division.
Packers, Bengals, and Rams.
That's not in our division.
I have them beating us twice.
And the Dolphins.
You said they're beating the Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets twice.
Yep.
And for the record, last year the Bills were 5-1 against the division.
Yep.
So look,
the Patriots at home.
I even think we split games to Buffalo.
Has it happened yet in the last 3 years?
Has Tua happened yet in the next 3 years?
I agree with you, but until it happens, I'm not saying it because here's what'll happen.
Cameron, I'm gonna blow.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish.
The shitstorm for the next week and a half is going to be
how Steven doesn't believe in him. That's not true. I'm being realistic here. This team hasn't lost anything. They're the best team in the AFC East the last 3 years. What are we talking about?
TD Bills talk.
What are we talking about? And until we beat them, until we put up a win against them, I have no reason at this particular moment to think that we are going to beat them. Do I hope we'll beat them? Yes. Do I think we have the personnel to beat them? Yes, I do. Am I ready to put that in a win column yet? Not until it happens. I'm being realistic. I'm not being a homer here. I'm not saying I'm scared of them.
No, it's not that. It's that you ain't given that same level of critique
for everybody.
For everything. You know what I mean?
That's not true. How do you figure?
I just brought it up.
But I'm asking you, how do you figure that? Because you go back and look at how many wins did I say Vegas was going to have this year?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like.
But you have to compare apples to oranges in this particular scenario, right? Like I'm telling you right now, I think Vegas is going to be the best team in the AFC.
Okay.
I don't see a team that's better than them in the AFC right now as is.
You had them at 11-6.
The Raiders?
Yeah.
That's not true. I had them at more than that.
He had them losing 2 games.
I had them losing 2 games. I had them 15-2,
You had yes.
But
you're right.
My point is, Steven, you're saying you can't give them credit. You can't say they're going to do something if they haven't done it yet, right?
Okay.
And there's a certain player on this team who you say is going to do it all the time who hasn't done it yet.
About Tua?
Well, yeah.
I'm hoping that Tua does that.
Hoping, okay.
And I have every reason to feel that he will do that.
You do. You have every right. You stand up for that.
It is my personal opinion of that.
I'm
Let me ask you. So I'm standing on my principle that I'm not ready to give the Dolphins over the Bills yet, and I'm being shot down for that, which is fine. It is what it is. But if I'm sitting here saying I'm also delusional because I'm not ready, that I'm giving the Raiders 15 games this year. The Raiders got Devontae Adams in an already stellar offense with Josh McDaniels there now. What do you think he's going to do with Derek Carr? He's going to make it like I think, and he already made the mistakes as a head coach the last time. So if he learned from his mistakes when he was in Denver, I think he's going to make the right decisions this year.
Who, McDaniel?
Josh McDaniels, yes, in Vegas.
So,
100%.
but Devontae Adams is a bigger acquisition than Russell Wilson is to a team.
So.
Bigger impact?
That's a fair point. Von Joe, I think, brought that up in the chat.
He did. That's why I just didn't remember who did it.
Okay, so here's my thing about Russell. That team won 7 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to sit here and tell me that I think that Russell Wilson is going to give them at minimum 4 extra games to get to 8, 9, 10, 11 wins and possibly sneak into the playoffs at 11 wins. I think 11 wins is the minimum you're going to need to make the playoffs this year. Personal opinion. Minimum. You want me to give the Denver Broncos 4 more games over that? Now, what did Vegas win last year? How many games did Vegas win last year? 10 and 7. And I have them winning 5 more games with Devontae Adams. I don't think it's just Devontae. I think now you have Devontae, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. You got the guys coming out of the backfield. You got Josh McDaniels' offense.
For you who talks about offensive line all the time,
time out. But
what about his offensive line?
I feel the same. I think it got better. And I'm telling you, I feel the same way about the Dolphins with McDaniel. I think McDaniel coming into this offense is going to make Tua that much better, and Tyreek is going to do the same exact thing that Vegas is going to do.
Chat point of the day.
Matt Collin gives them 1 win. Shout out to Cappy. All right, let's do the Dolphins.
Oh, God.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Don't do this to yourself, Steven. I'm on your shoulder right now and be like, Steven, don't do it.
Everybody hit record.
Get clip of this.
Here we go. Dolphins and Roach. Do you want to do it? Will all 3 of us do
it's up to Steven. Do you want us all to do it, Steven?
Yeah, we can all do it. I'm just
And what? All right.
Hold on.
Patriots.
Hold on 1 second.
We got new intel now, too. Now we know Byron's not here. So I might have to flip-flop.
So Lynn Bowden just signed with the Patriots. I mean, that's so typical, right?
Lynn Bowden just signed with the Patriots?
Yeah. You know why, right?
Of course.
Wow.
Talk about that playbook.
Dude, he's got an axe to grind, I'm sure.
That dude's going to spill all the beans, man.
We're still killing them week 1. Patriots are signing former Raiders and Dolphins Lynn Bowden Jr. to their practice squad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's totally so that they can get the playbook. That has nothing else to do with it other than that. All right. Let's do Miami Dolphins. Let's go. I'm ready.
I'm just reading this about Williams and Preston Williams. Anyway, all right, so let's go back to the Dolphins. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here's where your viewership takes a shit. Patriots.
Swear. You're at $3. You're at $3. You're killing me.
Patriots at Dolphins.
Patriots at Dolphins. Miami's killing them. Miami's murdering New England week 1.
I agree.
I'll go with it. I'm on the fence, but I'll lean over.
Dolphins at Ravens.
Miami beats
Dolphins.
Baltimore.
I will agree with that as well. Reluctantly. Bills at Dolphins.
Buffalo.
I say the Dolphins beat Buffalo at home.
I hope you're right. I pray you're right. I'm going to be there. I hope it's a win for Miami.
I said Buffalo.
I will be. That is one game I will be more than happy to come in on Monday and be like, yep, y'all, I was wrong, and I'm so happy I am wrong.
Dolphins at Bengals Thursday Night Football.
Bengals.
No, I actually think it, especially if Miami loses on that Sunday prior, I think they beat Cincinnati. So I'm going to go. Miami's going to go in and take care of business in Cincinnati.
Roach, you said Bengals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins at Jets.
Dolphins.
Miami.
I will agree. Vikings at Dolphins.
Miami.
Dolphins.
I agree. Steelers at Dolphins.
Miami.
Dolphins. It's like
I agree. Dolphins at Lions. Roach.
Miami.
Dolphins.
Dolphins at Bears.
Dolphins.
Miami. By the way, the Detroit game I think will be closer than people will give it. That's a trap game for Miami. I just want to throw that out there. That Detroit game will be a trap game.
Browns at Dolphins.
Miami. Handedly.
Yeah, same.
Handedly. Will kill Cleveland.
Texans at Dolphins.
Miami.
I agree.
Dolphins at 49ers.
Who's quarterbacking? That's my question.
So, you know,
that's a great question.
So
it changes my answer.
If
it's Trey Lance, it's the Dolphins. If it's Jimmy G, I go with the Niners.
This West Coast trip is going to be very interesting. I'm going to go that we're going to beat San Francisco. I think we're a way better team, but I need people to realize the severity of going to the West Coast and how difficult that is for an East Coast team in that travel. And we're not coming off a bye week, right? So I'm going to say we're going to beat San Francisco.
I am going to say that's an L. Roach.
I'll go with L. They're losing it.
I think we're going to
Chargers.
This is the tough one for me because I think it'll be a shootout. But I also think that I think the difference maker here is going to be two people, Jalen Phillips and Javon Holland. And because of that, and I think that I think that we'll be able to get after Herbert, I'm going to say Miami's going to beat the Chargers too. Because of Jalen Phillips and Javon Holland.
Chargers are winning.
Dolphins at Bills.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because
Buffalo.
we would have, think about it, we would have gone to the West Coast twice and then have to go back and then go back to Buffalo. Like I think Buffalo wins.
Packers at Dolphins on Christmas Day.
Such a big game for Miami. No idea how big
Packers.
this game is in Miami. So think about it. We would have come off 2 losses, maybe potentially. Like I still think we beat the Chargers, but let's say they lose to the Chargers, right? It's so tough. You had just been away for 3 weeks. You're coming back home. It's Christmas Day. I'm going to say it's a loss.
Roach.
They're losing.
So I have them beating the Packers.
Really?
I think discount double check comes straight from Club 11 to the Hard Rock, and he loses. Dolphins at Patriots.
Miami all day.
Patriots.
Really?
I think we're going to split. What's wrong with that?
In New England?
Yeah.
We're 10 times better than they are. No way.
No, I agree with you, but I think we're going to split games. It happens all the time.
Roach.
What?
And
You have a timeout. Pause. Cameron, you have us beating Green Bay and then losing to New England the next week?
Have you not seen us beat a good team and lose to a bad team before?
I mean, it has happened, but we're beating New England in a cold weather stadium. Okay. Yes, we are. That's going to happen.
Okay.
Jets at Dolphins to finish the year.
Miami.
Dolphins. I was just trying to see if Steve
What did
would
I
pick up.
what did I have him going?
14-3.
Yep. So
What did I have?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what's that? 9 and 8.
And what did the Dolphins go last year?
Which, by the way, is what? It's 8.5 is the Vegas line, I think.
Oh, so I'm right with Vegas.
And the Dolphins last year were 9 and 8.
So I want you to hear my theories.
And I have them going 12 and 5.
I look at the Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins in the same scenario. Okay? Decent defenses, some really good weapons on offense, but not an offensive-minded head coach. And they also needed that one player to really open up that offense. Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, going along with their current set of quarterbacks. I'm telling you right now, the Miami Dolphins and the Vegas Raiders.
Who has but
so how
they're
many
different
games-
quarterbacks.
time out.
They're
I
different
had them going
quarterbacks,
14
Steven.
and 3.
One's
I
a
had-
franchise quarterback.
What did I have Buffalo going? What did I have Buffalo going?
You had them 14-3.
So I have Buffalo. So that means Miami and Buffalo are tied for the division. But because we lost 2 games to them, they would have.
And how good you have the other division doing the West, we're out.
No, we're not. We would be in.
But so here's the thing.
Nobody else is winning 14 games in the NFL.
When you're
not winning
comparing
their division,
when you're comparing the Raiders to the Dolphins, you can't just gloss over the fact that they already have a franchise quarterback. You know what I mean?
by the way, let me say something too. So my original take was the Dolphins are winning 11, 12, or 13 games. In our scenario here, I had them winning
14.
14. If I'm honest with myself, that Chargers game I had them winning is probably a loss. So 13. I think I'm just going to throw it out there that I'm resting my hat on the Dolphins actually winning 13 games this year. That's what I feel comfortable saying.
You just said
13
14.
wins. I understand. I'm going to say 13. I don't know where that extra loss really comes in, but they will get one more loss somewhere. I just don't know where. I don't know if it'll be a trap game like Detroit. I don't know if it'll be out of the West Coast trip with the Chargers. I don't know if it'll be the New England game like you guys swear is going to happen. But I think the Dolphins win 13 games when it's all said and done. 13.
I'll be happy. Like they'll prove to me that they're a different team under McDaniel if they beat the Ravens in Baltimore.
100%. 100.
Because the coach who previously will remain unnamed never beat them.
So, I mean, look, I think that's.
I have a lot of coaches I don't like to name. One coach is for Alabama.
Coach Satan.
The liar of all liars.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Miami Dolphins team captains have been announced by the Miami Dolphins on social media.
Can we make guesses?
No,
because me and
everybody put
Cameron
it in
haven't
the
seen
chat
it yet.
already.
I'm not looking at the chat. Are you, Cameron?
No.
Cameron, you're looking right now, Cameron.
No, I'm looking at something else.
But you saw it.
No, I did not.
No.
All right, so don't look at the chat. Promise me you guys aren't looking at. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking at.
Don't
you.
look at the
I'm
chat.
Look in the camera.
Okay. Who do you think the team captains are? I'll give you 10 guesses.
Well, the team's gonna make it, so 2 is 1.
2 is 1.
All right, you're gonna have Holland,
Javon Holland is 2.
and then you're probably going to have Tyreek Hill,
3.
and then you're probably going to have Jalen Phillips
He's not.
or Agba if he's not.
He's not.
I'll say
You get 4.
Tyreek.
You get.
I'll say
Look at the
Tyreek.
camera,
3 more
Cameron.
guesses. You get 3 more guesses.
What's he looking at?
I'm trying to not look into the chat.
He already said Tyreek.
Oh,
I
that's
say
it. Fair. He gets to hear what I said, and you said yes.
Well,
No,
I
but,
agree with you. Tyreek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Tyreek, Clayton Fedulum, and
Fledulum's not. That's 2 more guesses, guys.
X.
X is 1.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. I forgot
And there's
about
3
that.
more. There's 3 more you're missing. And you get 2 more guesses. Or you get
Javon?
2 more rights to be wrong.
Javon.
He already said Javon.
I'll say Jerome
Baker, wrong.
Yeah.
Nope. One more opportunity.
I'll say Landon Roberts.
Yep, there we go. There's one, and there's two
Ah,
more.
Von Joe.
Von
I'll
Joe's
say
so excited about
I'll
that.
say Morstead.
Nope. There you go. You're done. So the last two spots are Teron Armstead and Cedric Wilkins. I mean, Christian Wilkins, not Cedric. Christian. I don't know why I said Cedric Wilkins. But yeah, Christian Wilkins. So Tua, Hollywood Vaughn, Cheetah, I am Xavier Howard, Landon Roberts, Teron Armstead, and Christian Wilkins are your team captains.
Do we know this is voted on by appointed by the coaching staff or voted on by?
I'm going to tell you what happened, Cameron. Tua's daddy went in the facility and was like, look, if this kid ain't captain, we're walking. We're out of here. You know? That's what happened. This ain't this is the Rise Up Tua campaign right here. We're right in the middle of it. And propaganda. Cheers,
Jamie Bahamas, who is a part of our management staff here at Miami Sports Music, said, I used to be a Flores fan, but seeing this makes me really think he was hurting the morale of this team. Flores is gone, and poof, Tua is now magically considered a captain by his team and Howard. So this was voted on by the players. The players voted these guys.
Well, I'm glad Jamie's finally coming to that realization.
Bro, have you not seen the media push Tyreek has put for Tua? You don't think that dude's running around the locker room like, you better vote. You better vote for Tua. Yep. This election was rigged. And someday, Skyler, he's just warming up the sea for Skyler. That's all that's happening.
So what do you guys think about a Landon Roberts? I know Von Joe's super excited about it. He's pumped up about it.
I am too.
Hey, like just play up to it.
Roach Kristalaka says you became a mini TD Finstock.
Landon.
Hey, thank you. I got
the hardest hitter on that defense. Like the guy's not
which I got to go refill.
They made Maston Park says they made Howard a captain who threw his teammate under the bus last year to get paid. Classic Dolphins.
Good point.
Where'd that come from?
All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I want to let the chat ask some questions today.
Before you do that, Steve, I want to ask you a question. So next Thursday,
get your questions ready. Hashtag ask panel or ask Steven or ask Clock Blockers. Use the hashtag before ask whoever. We'll answer your questions right now. Go ahead, Cameron.
Next Thursday's show. Next opening night, right?
Yep.
We have the Bills at the Chargers, or Bills at Rams, rather.
Yep.
During the show, do you want to do a little? I have a lead for a celebrity prognosticator. You want to have her on the show?
On the morning show?
Yeah, to give picks for that week.
Yeah, why not? A celebrity? Who's the celebrity?
I'll tell you later.
I'll tell you at 6 at the news. Yeah, I actually won't be able to watch that game. I'll be in the air flying down. A little upset about it. I will be in the air. I get into Fort Lauderdale at 11:30.
On Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
PM. Oh, that's right. That's right.
We talked about that yesterday.
In your car.
I am sleeping in my car on Thursday night. Because I'm renting, my buddy's renting Eric Carrier's getting the house and staying with Eric, which I'm excited about. So
what was the chat? What was the chat saying? Were they saying that, like, were they thinking how many games were they predicting on average?
Well, I'm interested to know. All right, so
well, App said 3 or 4. So
do like a poll with just put wins. Just do like, do you think it's 8 wins?
Hashtag Ask Steven. You should try getting Barry Cunningham on the show as a special guest. Who's Barry Cunningham? Why do I know that name?
He does pre-recorded Miami Dolphin content. Really good.
I know that name. He's just not ringing a bell for me at this particular moment.
Coach press conference is on in 30 minutes.
Well, then we're going to go to 30 minutes because I am leaving for vacation after this. I'm going to pack up and you will not see me till Monday. I'm excited about it. There is no show tomorrow, just so everybody knows. No show. No show tomorrow. I really want you guys to ask questions. We got about 30 minutes left. You guys can ask whatever you guys want. Matter of fact, I'll even open up one at a time people to come on and talk crap. So I will bring you. I'll let you guys come in one at a time. One at a time. We're not doing a big panel today. Just not going to.
I am sad that Benito Jones was claimed because I liked him, man.
He deserved to be on like he was good enough to make the team.
Yeah, it was a numbers crunch with him, right?
But that just means we had a lot of awesome people.
He didn't beat out
John Christolakis asked, "Where are you going?" We're going to Wilmington, Delaware, to the beach in Wilmington, Delaware for 2 or 3 days. Well, we come back on Saturday, so we're leaving.
Y'all should have went to Miami.
I'm gonna be there. So I just want y'all to know. So this is like it's just me, my wife, and 2 kids, right? Like this is the only thing we're gonna do till like December, I think. So we the next 9 weeks I'm gonna be away. It's insane, including this weekend.
Scotty, the answer is yes.
Steven, you going to the MetLife Takeover with me next month? Yes, I am, Christolakis.
And so am I.
Yep. I might be staying. We might be shacking together, me and that guy to the right of me. Foot to face in the same bed. Saving money.
Get the hell out of here, man. You done. You're sleeping in the lobby, clown.
I fart in my sleep too. I'm just playing. I don't
You're
really.
definitely sleeping in the lobby.
There's always half truths in a joke, Steven. So.
All right. Well, Epps, get up here and you can do it. I will let y'all on one at a time.
What does Epps want?
Epps, come on. I'll write it down for you. We'll keep the receipts.
Good morning,
Epps. Sharif, hi.
Hey, how y'all doing? Fins up,
good, man. You got a couple minutes. We got like 30 minutes. I want to try to get as many people as I can on.
Great. I just want to iterate that, hey, it's good to tamper it down, right, Steven? It's good to tamper it down, but we're going to beat Buffalo, right?
I hope you're right. I'm not saying that we can't beat them, and just my
thing is at home, right?
Yes. My context is the scheme is they're going to have to adjust to the scheme, and then they're going to have to adjust to the speed. My thing is, it's going to take about 8-9 weeks for the NFL to do that because of the wrinkles. Remember now, we had this discussion months ago. When did we think the wrinkles will come out? Around week 8, right, Steven?
Yeah.
Because it's going to take about 4 weeks to get through that first part of the playbook. Bear in mind, if Tyreek scores on reverses and running plays and touchdown passing, the league still hasn't seen what we have. So by week 6, we're talking about teams tearing out their hair, right?
Yep.
This is why I'm confident. 4-1 out the gate. And that's all I'm confident. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. 4-0.
Turn it down, Roach. If we weren't laughing at you, Sharif, I just hit myself with the microphone trying to grab
mind you, right?
Yes.
4-0. I get the show, and we'll break down some film of why I thought that, and we'll be living in the reality on my show at that point.
Dude, I'll be here all day long for that, Sharif. From your lips to God's ears.
So I don't know why everybody see, and I have not said to a one time, the blocking scheme is the perfect thing for this team right now. Engel is going to take on that middle linebacker. Smythe and Hunter Long, they're going to crush these defensive ends or chip them. The stretch run to the left and right, I see it. And that's why I was not surprised of Mostert gasping, digging through the hole. I wasn't surprised week 3 of preseason. And you guys shouldn't be. When you see the success of the running game, don't say Sharif said it. I need you guys to watch more film and understand why you believe in the running game again.
So how many games do you have us winning, Sharif?
I said 3-1 out of the gate, 4-0. I'm on the show. I'm going to stick. That's the first quarter of the season, and I'll make my judgment then.
That's true. If Sharif said if they go 4-0, Sharif gets to host a show for one day.
All right.
Do I have to produce it?
You do.
Of course.
Bro, should you just drink a coffee and now a Red Bull?
But I want to ask Cameron this.
Hey, man.
I don't think he was there for this discussion.
Life is short, okay?
What do you think, Cameron, about letting Skylar sit 2 years? And if Tua even goes slightly above average, top 15 quarterback in those 2 years, you don't get the option and you don't sign the option in year 5. You let him walk for compensation, and you let Skylar run the offensive potentially better, like an Alex Smith to Mahomes situation. What do you think about that, Cameron?
The only way that happens is if Tua doesn't finish the season, or he is so inept by week 8 that McDaniel's forced to make a change. They're all in on Tua, and
no, I'm saying 2 years.
Wait, who's all in on Tua?
I'm not these guys who want him in.
Staff.
Yeah.
Well, why they try to bring other quarterbacks in?
And my context behind that is they could use that money for Waddle, Holland, and Christian Wilkins. That's 2 years from now.
Kevin Lee donated $10. He said, "Hey, Steven, can you show that Hill play that sealed Tua's Buffalo fate last year to KC? Love seeing that. That's Tua's Hill to connection this year. I can't play it. I'll get tagged. I don't have the 22 thing. But I will share it on my Twitter page later today when I'm chilling at the hotel later this afternoon. I'll share it on @StevenDSKPL.
Hey, Sharif. So this is Tua's make or break year, right? So they surrounded him all this talent because this is the year. He either they pick up his option next year or they let him walk.
Right, and you can let him walk because you're fortunate to have Skylar, and you can use that money with that 35 to 40 with that you gave Tua, or you would give Tua. You can now pay Christian Wilkins, Waddle, and now look to pay Holland.
Sharif,
and you can move on with Skylar.
That's a scenario, yes. I don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm. But that's 2 years from now. I'm not none of these guys who want him in this year or if Tua gets hurt. I'm saying 2 years.
And Sharif, Sharif, I'm going to let you go right after this, man.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, love you, brother. Sharif. Be good. What I will say to you, Sharif, is this, bud, that I believe that we're going to see a scenario because Tua is going to play. He's going to ball out this year. He's going to ball out. That we're going to see a scenario like the Patriots where the backup quarterback will be able to trade for a first or second round or maybe third round pick to somebody and get
going back to Roach's question. You know, it's Bill Parcells' theory, right? You draft a quarterback every year. Like that's what Belichick does.
Well, I'm not talking about drafting. I'm talking about them trying to bring in free agents and make trades and tampering. Like
that was
the Tom Brady thing was this offseason.
And it was prior to McDaniel.
So,
all right, we got people in the back.
That's cool. Bring them on. And
hello,
Epps is down with this conversation. And
no, I'm asleep from Sharif.
And I just want to point out that they just had a whole press conference, basically telling you how amazing Skylar is, and they'd be idiots not to have him back.
Cameron,
and it's because of Tua.
Put my name on that paper. And give me the schedule. This is if Tua plays. This is if Tua plays all 17 games. Go ahead. Quick. Let's get it done.
Let's get her done. Patriots and Dolphins ups.
Patriots, we will beat them week 1.
Dolphins at Ravens.
Loss.
Bills at Dolphins.
Loss.
Dolphins at Bengals. You don't have to yell, Epps.
Loss.
Dolphins at Jets.
Win.
And for the record, I think that's a trap game. Vikings at Dolphins.
Loss. They just got Jalen Reagor. Their team's pretty good.
Oh, Jalen Reagor has done crap. Steelers at Dolphins.
Sunday night game. That's going to be – I think we might win that game. We might win that game. Give me a win.
Okay. Dolphins at Lions.
Win.
Dolphins at Bears.
Win.
Browns at Dolphins.
What week is that?
5-10.
Oh, man. Win. I don't win.
All right. Texans at Dolphins.
Win.
Thanksgiving game.
Win.
Dolphins at 49ers.
Loss.
Dolphins at Chargers.
Loss.
Dolphins at Bills.
Loss.
Packers at Dolphins.
Loss.
Wow.
Dolphins at Patriots.
Win.
Jets at Dolphins.
Win.
All right, so you've got them 9-8, just like last year.
Look
And
at
so-
that. Did I not tell you
when
we
I
think
say
alike?
When I say 5 to 6 wins, I'm just joking. Hey, I do believe that. I believe Tua is a serviceable QB. He's just not a franchise QB. That's it.
Oh.
If you give him a scripted playbook, he could get it done with the talent that we have around him.
Yep.
Other than that,
Give him a perfect backfield. Nobody's gonna touch
Yeah.
him. Like pat him.
Exactly. Yeah, as long as you look over him and you put great talent around him, he'll be okay. He's serviceable, but he's no Skylar, that's for sure.
You need to figure, Stevie. You need to put notes on those buttons.
Steven, Steven, I wanted to also say thank you for having me up. Have a great vacation. Cameron, it's always love with you. Roach.
Steven's a secret Raiders fan.
You
I
know
just
what?
want to
I'm
point that
really
out.
starting to like the Roach and Steven tandem. It's like Mike and Mike, kind of.
Dude, it's a great tandem, Roach, and
I really do like it. I'm not going to say otherwise.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, it's an awesome
But
with these.
Hey, Steven, have a safe and great vacation, man. And
Love you,
enjoy
brother.
your time with your family and kids, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
I want to come to that farm, Apps. I want a job.
Hey, you come anytime, brother. Love all you guys, man. Stay safe. Fins up.
Fins up.
Fins up, man.
That was the most logical thing Epps has said on the show in 2 years, a year and a half. Like,
I don't agree with him, but I'm not
mean,
saying he's not delusional either. Like he's
it's
trying to bring himself down to earth. So
very
here's what's like. So I have them winning 13 games, right? I said 14. I'm saying 13. I have him winning 13. He hasn't winning 9. So that's a 4-game difference. The difference between Roach or the difference between Epps and myself is I think that in my mind, my wins are coming from the hope that McDaniel and Tua and Tyreek Hill are going to be that difference maker. I think that's the difference between the two of us.
Oh, we have a battle.
That's a 6-game swing, right? For you?
We have a Bills and a Jets fan battling in the chat. Who do we side with? Who do we side with?
Neither one. What's up, Batman? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Beautiful day.
Batman?
Starting to
Batman.
sprinkle. What's going on, guys?
What's up, brother?
Let me ask you guys a question. Did you guys talk about the captains?
Yes.
Yes.
Briefly.
How do you guys feel about it?
It was staged propaganda for Tua.
If you ask Von Joe is
Hey, Roach, I'm good for that.
banging at the wall that Landon Roberts A, made the team to begin with, and B, that he's a team captain. Von Joe is
You know
so
why? 'Cause
furious.
Landon Roberts
Furious.
has bigger biceps than Von Joe, and he's jealous.
He does. That's true. Landon Roberts does have bigger biceps than Von Joe. That is a factual statement. Those are facts. Anyways, I actually have no problem or beefs or quarrels with them. I think they're pretty good.
I'm excited. Yeah. Besides the Landon Roberts, I think everybody that was named was deserving. Landon Roberts was a captain last year,
the players voted them, which I think is great.
Landon Roberts
and
has got a ton of respect.
You know?
Oh, I just wanted to drop by. It's starting to pour. Well, not pour, but it's sprinkling right now. I got to load up before everything gets wet out here. So
All right,
much
Batman.
love to everybody, man.
Much
Appreciate
love
you
to
guys.
brother. Be good, man.
Be safe out there, Batman.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I got my man Chris Delakis in the building. What's up, Chris Delakis?
Some of your fans, some of the fans of fan base, suffering from that Flores PTSD.
No lies.
let that
No lies
hate-
told there.
You got to let that hate in your heart go and embrace the new season that's upon us. I don't want to hear any negativity because this is a playoff team, and goddamn, this is a Super Bowl team. So let's
Screw
have some
Tua.
fun this year.
Screw
Why are you
Tua.
doing this, Roach? Why did you do that? I literally woke up one morning
Hey.
and Roach did a complete 180. He's more of a big flip-flopper than you, Steven. What happened?
Look,
Roach, who
man.
hurt you?
I mean, we are a
Tua did.
flip-flopper
Tua's
state.
hurt me. Yeah, man. My feelings are as soft as his bones, bro.
If you're a flip-flopper, you can come here in safety. It's a safe
Flip Floppers, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show.
It's a great segue.
the flip flop. I just picture Rodney Dangerfield doing the triple Lindy off the
But John, how many games we winning?
13. I said back in April, we're going 13.
You're still okay. I didn't know if you changed it.
Did you? So you don't think that my thing is far off? You think?
No, I think 14-3 is their ceiling, and you got to imagine one trap game is in there. So I put them at 13.
And that's what I said. I said, look, I said 14 when I did the wins loss, but I was like, if I'm honest with myself, they probably lose one of those games in there, whether it's the Detroit game or the Jets game that Cameron might think be a trap, or the Ravens, or Cincinnati. There is probably one more game in there that they lose. But I think if the hype is as big as we hope that it is, they're a 13-win team all day.
They're absolutely a 13-win team.
Day.
The biggest concern is health. Everyone's got to stay healthy. And you're looking at these other teams. Some of these other teams like San Francisco that were versing, they were close to getting to the NFC Championship game last year. Like, they don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. Let's be honest here. There's a reason why they kept Jimmy G. There's a reason why they kept Jimmy G. I think they know that Trey Lance is not the answer. So they're right now, they're buckling. And you see a lot of these other teams, the Patriots fell off. People are saying we're going to be splitting with the Patriots. We're not going to be splitting with the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't see that in any scenario, by the way. I'm telling you right now, what I'd really like to do is go real quick off of the Patriots win-loss, because if I'm honest with myself, I don't know if I have them winning more than 8 games this year, just off the top of my head.
I can honestly make an argument that the Jets are going to be better than the Patriots this year.
I agree with that.
Let's do the Patriots win-loss real quick.
All right. And who's the wide receiver they drafted? The Jets, man. That kid's gonna be nice.
What's his name? Jermaine Johnson? No, not Jermaine Johnson. What's his name?
He's not a wide receiver, but I like his name, Sauce Gardner.
Not Jermaine Johnson.
You talking about Brees?
No, Brees is the running back.
He's the running back. Yeah,
the running back. Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Moore. They have Elijah Moore, and they have. I drafted him in my fantasy too.
No, not Rondale Moore.
Can someone put it in the chat, please?
Brees Hall, right?
Brees Hall's the running back.
Garrett Wilson, thank you.
But he's supposed to be really good too.
Garrett Wilson's the wide receiver. That's who it is.
Wilson to Wilson connection.
He's still available in our league.
It'd actually be Mike White to Wilson, because Joe Flacco is not going to make it. All right, come on, Cameron. Let's do this one before the.
I got you, man. I got you. Dolphins, Patriots.
All right, so this is the Patriots win-loss. I'm going to go Dolphins beat the crap out of the Patriots week 1.
Same.
Steven. All right. Win, loss. Cam, Steven.
I only need one hand to count the wins on this.
All right. So we all say that's a loss.
Yep, for the Pats. The Pats.
Patriots at Steelers.
That's a win. I would think that's a win. They don't even know who their quarterback is.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Patriots win that game.
All right. So Steven says.
You know what?
Flip flopper.
Patriots lose that game. Patriots lose.
Roach.
Patriots win.
And I have them losing. Ravens at Patriots.
Ravens.
Patriots lose.
Yeah. Ravens.
Patriots at Packers.
Packers.
Patriots.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No
who's
way.
Who's
bro.
Aaron Rodgers got?
Who do the Patriots have?
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense.
Are you kidding me, Roach?
Exactly. It's not supposed to make sense, John.
You've had some bad takes.
That
might be one of your
I took the red pill today, John.
You literally said that the Dolphins are going to lose to the Packers on Christmas Day, but you have the Patriots beating the Packers.
Right, and I had the Patriots beating us, too. I had them beating us, too.
Hey, here's one for Roach. Lions at Patriots.
Lions.
Are
you going to keep these?
Yes, I've got them all here on my desk.
Stick it on Michael Jordan for me, so I can say I touched him.
You got it. Although that's sacrilegious. It's got to be under the 23, somewhere around the basketball.
When I come back like Jordan wearing the 4-5, it ain't to play games with you.
Because that's where winners hang out, is right there with Jordan, man.
In my office. Patriots and Browns.
There's only one good thing about Michael Jordan, and that's his racing team because of Bubba
Patriots
Wallace, baby.
Browns.
Patriots What week is that? What week is that?
October 16th, week 6.
I give it to the Browns.
I'm gonna say Patriots win.
Patriots win.
And I'm gonna say that's a loss.
Yeah, because who Jacoby Brissett's gonna lead them to a victory? Not.
No, but Nick Chubb is.
You just conjured Pete into the room. Thanks for that.
Bears
Pete was in the back. Huh?
Bears at Patriots.
Patriots.
I'm gonna go Bears.
Jesus. I'll say Patriots. Patriots at Jets.
I'm gonna have them split this year. I'm giving either way you look at it, I'm gonna give them a split.
Jets.
How long is Zach Wilson supposed to be out for?
4 weeks.
And this is over 4 weeks, so I'm gonna go Jets.
They have Mike
Patriots.
White, bro.
Shout out to Mike
Mike
White.
White is a friend of the show.
Sure is.
Patriots
His dad.
at Vikings.
Really?
His dad
That's
was on
awesome.
our show. His dad was on our show
Roach,
last year.
That was a long time ago.
I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
try to get him to come by next Friday. Patriots at Vikings.
Patriots at Vikings.
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 Got Justin Jefferson. What are we talking about here?
Oh, this is tough. This is
Patriots
very
at
tough.
Vikings.
Delvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, and you guys
I'm gonna
are thinking about this?
I'm gonna go
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
Roach.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go Vikings.
I mean, the Vikings are clearly winning that game.
I think it's gonna be close. I don't know.
I mean, that's about the point where Cousins is in the MVP conversation. Then he tanks the rest of the season. Bills at Patriots.
Bills. Handedly.
This is their first matchup.
Yes.
Patriots.
I say the Bills.
Delusional Roach.
Patriots at Cardinals.
I just think they're gonna split.
Cardinals, you said?
December 12th.
Cardinals.
Patriots at Cardinals.
Cardinals all day.
Cardinals.
Cardinals all day.
Cardinals are going to be at least an 11-win team this year.
Ooh. Patriots at Raiders.
They better be with all the money they paid. Raiders all day.
Raiders.
Bengals at Patriots.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Dolphins at Patriots.
Dolphins.
Patriots.
I say the Patriots as well.
How dare you speak this blasphemy?
I know you guys.
Patriots
Raiders.
at Bills.
Bills. Bills.
Patriot. All right, it's the opposite of whatever I said. I want to split Buffalo.
Yeah.
This guy wants to. You are wild.
So it doesn't matter which one.
Roach, you're a good producer, but your takes are horrible.
What are you talking about? It's just a win-loss prediction.
You won't give the Dolphins a split against the Bills, but you're going to give the Pats a split against the Bills.
Unbelievable.
Why wouldn't I?
How dare you?
That's a Pro Bowl quarterback, bro.
Oh my God.
Is it not? Is he not a Pro Bowl quarterback?
Go ahead, Cameron. I can't.
A playoff winning quarterback? I mean,
Yeah, this is not good. I have them at 4-13. Steven has it at 3-14, and Roach has them at 6-9. Not 6-9. Sorry, 6-11.
What do I have him at?
3-14.
Yep, that sounds right.
so is 6-11 being a Patriots
you know what?
homer?
I'm ready to say this right now. Patriots will finish last place in the AFC East, and the Jets will finish above them.
But hold on, you guys were acting like I had the Patriots going to the playoffs,
son.
Well, you're
But-
throwing out Pro Bowl like it's something that.
but
you
it
know,
was 6-11 was my prediction.
All right, that's fair. I mean,
That's fair.
I'm just saying. I think the Jets are going to be a better. I think the Jets are a 7 or 8 win team this year.
We haven't
So-
done the Jets, have we?
I don't want to do the Jets, to be honest.
We have not done the Jets.
Might as well. We did everybody else.
All right.
Yeah, I got to get back to work. I just want to really quickly say before I get back to work over here. Listen, if you guys are doing MetLife this year, I want to go out to dinner. We got to get our seats close to one another, so at least we could share in the beat down that is going to be there.
I am already. Yes.
There's a big block of seats up there in the 300.
Get your tickets through Dolphins NYC and just sit with us.
John, I'm going to bring a football and I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate what Tua needs to do physically as a quarterback.
Are you coming too, Roach?
I don't know.
I
might surprise Steven.
You won't make it back to Florida, but you should come.
Why? What's good?
If I have to hear these crazy takes all day, no way you can make it back to Florida.
No, I'm going to be throwing you touchdown bombs, man.
No, definitely. We'll have a great time. Listen, I have great restaurants that we could go to. Listen, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Crystal Lockers, you're buying, right? You're buying.
I will buy drinks. Yes, I will buy the drinks.
I don't drink alcohol, though, so.
You're my host.
You could buy me a joint. Do you guys have open smoking?
Sorry.
Can you smoke in Baltimore?
It's not Baltimore.
Oh, well,
He's
MetLife. He's at MetLife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can smoke in New York.
In New Jersey.
But it's in New Jersey. Fuck.
And the answer is yes.
You missed the swear jar. That's like Uno.
Crystal Lockers, get out of here, man. I love you, brother.
Steven, that's like Uno. If I call it first, it don't count.
Fins up all day.
Oh, wait, let's do the Jets. Ravens at Jets.
Ravens.
Ravens. Has that press conference started yet?
I'll take the
Jets. We're still holding them.
Jets at Browns. Who's the quarterback for the Browns?
Jets.
Bengals at Jets.
Bengals.
Jets at Steelers.
How's Bengals?
Steelers.
Agree. So far, me and Steven are the same.
Yes, you are. Dolphins at Jets.
Dolphins.
Jets at Packers.
Packers. That could be a trap game for me.
Jets at Broncos.
People don't believe in trap games in the chat.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Same.
Patriots at Jets.
I think I said Patriots this time on the last one.
You did.
Wait, what did I say? Did I say the Patriots too?
Yes.
All right, well then I guess I got to go with the Patriots then.
Keeping it at 100, right?
Yep, keeping it at 100. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Bears at Jets.
Ooh, I think that's
Justin
gonna be a
Fields.
tough game.
I'm going Chicago. I'm gonna
give it to the Jets.
I agree with you, Roach. Jets at Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings.
My hot take's in jeopardy right now.
Jets at Bills.
Jets. Because I'm always saying that because I think the Bills are going to lose a game
that they should.
Yeah,
win.
I just want it to be the Jets because I think that would sting the Buffalo.
So it's not going to be the next game. Lions at Jets.
Now I already probably picked Buffalo to win that game though, so you could put whatever you want.
Lions at Jets.
Lions.
I'm going with.
Jared Goff,
Detroit.
man.
I'm going with Detroit.
That's a franchise QB right there.
Jaguars at Jets.
I do not have any faith in Jacksonville or
I'm gonna say
Trevor
Jaguars.
Lawrence. None. That team is going to be bad again.
I don't think so. Jets at Seahawks.
Jets.
Yeah.
They're going to go to the West Coast and win.
Jets.
Geno Smith or whoever Drew Lock, it doesn't matter.
And the last game on the schedule, Jets at Dolphins.
Miami.
Whatever I picked, I can't remember. Probably Miami.
I think I had 4 games. I think I had them winning 4 games.
You both do.
But I have New England winning 3.
So we have Buffalo first, us second, New England third, Jets last.
No, I have I have Buffalo first, Miami second, Jets third, New England last.
Okay.
That is correct. You, Stevens got the Jets at 4-13, as does Roach. Patriots, Steven has 3-14. Roach has them at 6-11. I have the Jets at 6-11 and the Patriots at 4-13.
I think mine is the most realistic, honest answers. And I think what you all did is some homer stuff.
What'd you say?
Yeah. I said what I had to say.
Give me the music. No, the other music.
Oh. That's the right music.
Miami Sports Music's number one Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Today was Throwback Thursday. Want to give a big shout out to Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas, both of them celebrating their birthdays today. They're absolutely amazing guys, and we're so happy that they are a part of this beautiful, amazing team that we come and talk about each and every weekday right here on the number one Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Today was a good show. It's a short one compared to other ones, but I enjoyed it. Today was a good show, don't you guys think?
Yeah, go watch after we're done, go watch Mike McDaniel's talk. And go into our Discord and let us know what you think.
Tell the people about Discord real quick.
Oh, it's like a chat room with multiple chat rooms. And there's ticket exchange, merch swap, show plugs where you can post links to your favorite shows. You have fantasy football, live games. So if you want to chat with somebody during the game, if you find an article you like, you can put that in there. All kinds of stuff.
Hey, if you want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. If you guys want to... Here, I'll put it up in here. If you guys want to go ahead and do that, here's the link to Cash App and PayPal. It is in the chat. Would love for y'all to come on and donate to the channel, help the channel grow. Today's September 1st. It's a new month. Let's start the year off right with the donations. Or the month. I said the year. The month. I'm a little tired, guys, and I have to drive an hour and a half. We're going to do final thoughts of the day here in a minute, but I just want to say Monday we are going to have a huge announcement on the show for a brand new sponsor of the show, which I am super excited about. Cameron knows all about it. Cameron knows this is a big time sponsor. This puts us on another level. Cameron,
it's all because you guys' hard work, man.
Well, you're a part of that hard work, man. You're a good guy.
Oh, thank you.
You're a good guy. I appreciate that. All right, let's do final thoughts of the day. Keep the music rolling in the background, Roach. We will start out with Cameron 954 for final thought of the day.
We are finally here, guys. Next week after Labor Day weekend, and please, everyone, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there. We are finally here. It'll be finally game week, and it's exciting. I mean, we've been up here just BSing for the past 4 months. But now we have something tangible, something to really hold on to, something to talk about as we go into week one with the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
It is Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
It is Labor Day weekend, man. Are
we
doing a show Monday?
I got to take this. Give me 1 second. You guys talk.
Are we doing a show Monday?
That's a business call.
It's his wife.
He said, Monday. He said he's got a big announcement on Monday.
That's right. So it is Labor Day weekend, Monday. My final thought is I'm excited that, number one, we got through training camp, with the game week coming up with no significant injuries. Nothing devastating in terms of players being out the remainder of the season. Byron Jones is on the pup, but that's 4 games. I can handle that.
So you think they're going to move Nick Needham out to the outside?
No.
You think they'll keep him in the slot?
Yes.
Who are they going to put on the outside then?
The man
that was
Noah.
Cameron, that was Rick. I'm going to call him back in like 5 minutes.
Dude, that's awesome. That's another potential huge sponsor.
Yes. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. We're doing big things, guys.
I was gonna say I didn't know. Never mind.
So we can talk about this next week, Roach.
It popped in my head a joke, but I don't want to offend anybody.
We'll see what happens, but we can talk about that next week.
I do want to say that Monday, are we doing a show? I just realized it is. And you know what? We got a long season, and I got a crazy schedule ahead of me. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, yeah, we're going to come back on Tuesday.
So big announcement on Tuesday.
Big announcement on Tuesday. Maybe
So
two big announcements.
I got a 4-day weekend?
You got a 4-day weekend, man. Enjoy.
Oh, my God.
Enjoy. No clock blockers till Tuesday morning. No clock blockers till Tuesday morning. So enjoy your Monday.
I'm going to have to get on my fake Twitter account and jump in some
spaces. Go back
spaces.
and watch all the shows from this past week. You guys can watch
the show from this point last year when Steven said that the Dolphins under Flores would go 13-4.
I think I might have. I said 12.
I know you did.
I was 12-5. I think I said when we were going last year.
And Roach, I'm putting these all up here.
I was 3 games off. So if I'm 3 games off this year at 13 wins, we're 10.
So we holding people accountable, huh? Is that Michael Jordan holding all the takes?
Holding the receipts.
I like Jordan when he wore 4-5.
Of course you would, because you're communist.
Yep. Speaking of 4-5, Bubba Wallace for the next 10 races is going to be driving the number 45 instead of the number 43 because of driver points championships. So shout out to Bubba Wallace.
He won't finish 5 of those races because he's trash.
The disrespect.
It's not that he's trash; his crew is trash.
That is a fact. They've gotten better. The man in the last 5 out of the last 7 races has finished in the top 10. 5 out of the last 7 races. That's big time. 5 out of the last 7 races, he's finished in the top 10. Put some respect on that man's name.
I like him as a driver.
I like him as a person and a driver. I love Bubba Wallace.
We're not going to.
We'll be watching this weekend. Darlington. We were on a NASCAR last year. That's still the coolest thing in the world. Shout out to Tailgate. Tailgate was at North Wilkesboro last night at the Dale Jr. race in North Wilkesboro.
Hey, and speaking of Tailgate, go to tailgreeter.com, and if you haven't downloaded on your Apple or Android device, come down to Hard Rock Stadium and on tailgreeter.com. Just search East 32 Dolphins Tailgate and join the party because it'll be a good one next week, featuring New England Patriots and everything good from New England. Fresh lobster, scallops. I just ordered them.
Our new sponsor is going to be there hanging out with us, I think.
I haven't had a good lobster roll since I left Maine, bro.
Are you coming to the game, Roach?
Which one?
The Patriots.
No.
No, he's not coming to week
I'm going
one.
to Vikings.
Fan club.
I was trying to get him to come to opening weekend, but couldn't do it.
I'm a hermit, man. Just one game is a lot.
Hey, and I think our original sponsor, the owner, it will be at Dirty Sports next Friday and at the Tailgate.
Our original sponsor,
Nick.
He's coming to Dirty Sportswear.
We'll find out.
Don't excite me like that. I'm going to be stoked if that happens.
So is Eric Carrier?
Eric Carrier is going to be there. Batman, I think, is going to be there. Andravia said he was going to be there. Matter of fact, in the chat, if you're watching right now, are you planning to come to Dirty Sportswear on Friday, next Friday? Put it in the chat real quick while Roach gives his final thoughts of the day. I want to know if you're planning on coming to Dirty Sportswear in Oakland Park next Friday for the morning show, live morning show. Go ahead, Roach.
My final thought is captains are just players on a team. Doesn't really mean nothing, but what you saw today was one of the biggest propaganda lies you'll see in your entire life. And that is that Tua was awarded that by his players and not by the media team or the front office. Just saying. Everybody knew he was going to get it. Shouldn't be surprised. And everybody
do their best Alex Diaz.
This is my last statement. Once again, we are praising Tua for something an average NFL quarterback does. That's all I got to say.
Is that your final thought?
Yes.
My final thought of the day is, 4 days off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, no show. I want you all to enjoy each other's company with your family this weekend. Enjoy everything and understand that you guys have a lot to live for. If you're feeling down, you're feeling blue, you're feeling depressed, reach out to somebody. Talk to somebody. There's always somebody there for you. Today is the start of National Suicide Awareness Month, Prevention Month. RIP to our brother, Jay Villa, who I miss very, very dearly. Go ahead, Cameron.
No, go ahead with the Jay Villa. I don't want to interrupt that.
Yeah. So if you're feeling alone, 988, I believe, is the suicide prevention hotline number. I'm all about spread kindness, positivity, and love. And I hope that you all have that this week, and I hope you all enjoy each other. I love you all. Super excited that I do the show each and every morning. We got a big season ahead here. Tuesday, we're going to announce maybe one, maybe two new sponsors, depending on how this conversation goes here in a minute. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cameron?
Did you share this scoop that Andy Slater threw out there that where exactly the Patriots are practicing?
Yeah, Palm Beach or
Palm Beach, Atlantic.
Yeah.
He was listening to us.
Yeah.
I might have to drive up there and do a to be remote.
Do
from
it.
there.
Yeah.
Wait, is there? Do you know the area?
Yeah.
Is
It's
there
an
like
hour.
a hotel where you could get an upper floor, look down at it? Is there an angle of that?
That
Like a
I'll
parking
research
garage?
for you. That I'll research for you.
All right. Hey, guys, I got to get out of here because I got to get ready to go. But
Have
I
a
love
great
you
day.
guys.
Have a great weekend.
Y'all
All
be
right.
good. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Roach, crank up the music. Y'all be good right here on Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Let's go.